That's how I feel. Yes, people. Welcome back to GNA TV. Before I gas up this show, let's cue that intro.
Don't know how I'm here, and it's you that I want to need. Feel your heartbeat. Feel somewhere you're looking good. Feel your heartbeat. Feel somewhere you're looking good.
Yes, people. Welcome back to GNA TV. And yes, it's that match reaction show. Chelsea 2, Real Madrid 0. Not one. Nothing. They couldn't do jack shit on us. Honestly, I swear, that performance yesterday for me was the best performance for me that since Tuchel's been here. Every player turned up. Every player played for the badge. Every player completely bossed that Real Madrid team. And I'm talking about the Cruces, the Modric, the Sergio Ramoses, all these experienced players. Hazard, as much as it pains me to even say that, Eden Hazard, a player that we hold dearly to our heart, got owned. Benzema, owned. Yeah. Cruz, Casemiro, Modric, they need to go back into retirement. Someone needs to get them out of here. They look like granddads. Honestly, Sergio Ramos comes balling in like as if he's going to do something. They were better off with Varane. That guy's finished. He couldn't keep up with Havertz. He couldn't keep up with Werner. Honestly, what a performance by the boy in blues. Chelsea are in the UEFA Champions League final. How does that feel, Chelsea fans? How does that feel in here to know that Chelsea have made it to the final? Not only just in the Champions League, but an FA Cup final. 2 chances of silverware this year for Chelsea. We've got a fire panelist for us today as well. Honestly, we've got some people who are going to be coming on sort of throughout the stream as well. But before we move forward, please make sure that you smash that like button. Smash that like button. Please share on all your socials as well. Like, let's try and build up an audience, yeah? And if you're new to GNA TV, please hit that subscribe button. We're nearly at the 1K mark. Honestly, I keep saying it. We are so close to that 1K mark. The giveaway will be going off over on the Instagram page very, very soon once we hit that mark, which we will do, hopefully in the next week or two. Before I bring in the panelists as well, I want to just quickly go through some of these comments. Velvish one with his little, salty comments. Liverpool fan says, Kante being overall better than Gerrard. Look, listen, I ain't even got time for this today, mate. It's about my team. It's about our team and their performance. And it's about us having a party today. Concierge of Crime says, man like Jem, big up yourself on those yourself and those mighty blues. Let's go. Big up to Concierge, big Chelsea fan. We've got smelly Arsenal fans in here as well. Lucky win. Come on, man, Josh, go away. Go away, get out of here. Beth, who's actually backstage at the moment, has said, let's go, Chelsea. Let's go, Chelsea. We have got some of the GNA team and back with us as well. So it's not just my face you'll be seeing. You'll be seeing the ladies that we'll be seeing tomorrow as well. What else have we got here? Josh says, well done, Chelsea. You beat a Real Madrid side that with lots of injuries. Oh, here's the excuses. This is the thing with rivals, right? They gunned us when we played at Atletico Madrid, said we were never going to beat them. We dealt with them, right? We come up against Porto. It was, it's only Porto. But they forgot that they knocked out Juventus. Chelsea dealt with them comfortably, yeah? We come up against Real Madrid, yeah? We get told that we're going to get smacked. They've got too much experience. We dealt with them. Do you know what I mean? Like, what excuses have you got, guys? Stop being salty. Do you know what I mean? Go over to your Europa League. Yeah, you're not on our level, bruv. You're not on our level. N'Golo speaks gang business. Hell yeah. Big up to Gio's an AC Milan fan. He says, I bet you're hyped. I am hyped, bruv. Charlotte says, Chelsea. That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to lie. Before we come on, we had the Chelsea theme songs on that. I'd love to put one on right now just to rub it into all these rival fans that are listening in, but I can't. Because YouTube are on us at the moment. They are on us. Congrats, Man City, for winning the UEFA Champions League. And yeah, they might do. But at the end of the day, we are in the final, bruv. Not you, us. Us. You worry about beating Emery, the guy you sacked. Yeah, you worry about that. Great game. Great game. Come on, Chelsea, is what Ian's saying as well. Once he says Arsenal fans talking about UEFA Champions League. Fuck off. And I agree with that one as well. Real Chris says Chelsea winning the Champions League, like I said from the start. And to be honest, Chris did say it. He did say it. He said that Chelsea can win the Champions League. And this was well before this game. Can't wait to watch Chelsea bottle away Champions League final. Cool. It's fine. And like we said, everyone, please subscribe. Please like. And please share on all your socials. I'm going to bring the ladies in at the back. We've got Beth, who's in the house. Beth, how are you feeling? Tell us. How are you feeling?
I have not felt this good since 2012. I feel absolutely amazing. It's just, there's no feeling like it, is there? There's nothing you can compare to like your team making the Champions League final. That is, and it just shows like how shit the Super League would have been. You'd never have this much passion with that. Like, I'm so happy. And it's not that we got there, it's that we have deserved it every step of the way. Like, we've thoroughly deserved to be where we are, and it's amazing.
It's the greatest feeling in the world, I'm not going to lie. I can see the Pineapple Army are here as well. Look at them pineapples. I'm a Man United fan. Congrats. Hope you smoke City. And yes, Man United fans should want Chelsea to win that final. Why the hell would you want Man City to win the Champions League? Like, let's be serious. By the way, my name is Jonathan, not Velvishram. All right. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, that's good to know, Velv. Jonathan. Okay. You're only in the final because of COVID. What does that mean?
Did they only win the league because of COVID then?
Yeah, you only won the league because of COVID. What are you talking about, Velv? I'm fed up of these excuses. You are not ruining the Chelsea Blue Army party today. We are here to have a bit of fun. You know, the link will be in the chat for you guys very soon. There's nearly 25 of you here right now, so please smash that like button. Please subscribe. We're here to party. You guys can come in and join us. Before we do that, we're going to talk about a couple of the players. I'm not going to do the normal boring going around player rating show talking about individuals because let's be serious, they were all 8s, 9s, 10s minimum. So we'll talk about individuals. You guys get to come in and have your say as well. And yeah, and if any of yous in the chats are having a drink, I know someone else that's also drinking at this time and celebrating. Charlotte, how you doing?
Yes, people. Now I'm buzzing, absolutely buzzing. Like Beth said, it's 2012 all over again. I'm telling you, we're winning the Champions League. I've never been so proud of my team. Like, they were absolutely phenomenal last night. Absolutely, as they have been in the whole Champions League. Kante, unstoppable. Like, I'm sorry, instead of an AC penitentiary, you need a Kante penitentiary. He had Cruz. Like, he wasn't just doing Cruz, he was doing Modric. There was 3 of them he was taking down. For a 5'7" man, he was taking down these big men that, like, they were like jelly babies. It was nothing. He was just ripping their heads off and chucking them to the ground. It was beautiful to watch. I mean, Werner's goal. Mason Mount was absolutely phenomenal, as per usual. Absolutely phenomenal. And as for Werner, he was fabulous. Great goal, great pace. Our back 3, Rudiger, Aspie, like it was just beautiful. Like, we had Mendy making saves that were phenomenal.
Mr. Absolutely phenomenal. I'm saying about that. You know,
like, I haven't got a bad word to say about this team right now. Not a bad word. I haven't got anything bad to say, just positive, positive, positive.
I don't know about you guys, but I actually didn't really sleep properly last night. I bet every Chelsea fan was feeling the same. Like, I just felt like the adrenaline was still in me at 2 o'clock at night, and I'm just sitting there like, we've done this. Do you know what I mean? But yes, Red and Blue podcast, Jorginho did play very well in that game. Like I keep saying to people, if players play well, I give them their dues. I'm not going to sit here and start slagging off players that deserve to be mentioned. And Jorginho, barring when he gave the ball away and then got a yellow card, had a very, very good game. He did. He was. But for me, the man that stood out the most for me was N'Golo Kante. We will get into that a bit later on as well. Please smash that like button. Please subscribe if you're new to GNA TV. I want to talk about the game. Beth, I mean, what what surprised you the most about the performance yesterday?
It's just how easy it was, I think, in general. Like, it from the beginning, I was like really nervous before the game. I was like having a panic attack every 10 minutes or so. But when we actually started playing and we saw how we were, even when Real Madrid had possession, I just didn't feel scared. Like, I felt like we've got this, we can defend it, and it was just so good. And like, it's the fact that we were upset at one point that we were only 1-0 up and not like 5-0 up. Like, that's incredible against Real Madrid with like 13 Champions League titles. Are you insane? Like, our little young team against all these like 30-year-olds. But it was so good, honestly.
It was. And like you said, I think the one thing that was quite painful is how we just didn't kill the game off earlier. Mason Mount chance, Havertz chance. You know, oh man, especially them two in the second half. Havertz hit the bar. I thought Havertz was immense yesterday. His touch on the ball.
Yeah.
He was nutmegging Cruz. He was nutmegging Nacho. It was just. They couldn't get nowhere near him. Even Timo Werner. Everyone bangs on about Timo Werner, but his link play yesterday was good.
He was
His
really
movement
good.
was good. You know, he really looked sharp yesterday, and he got his goal, which I'm so happy he got as well, because he deserves that. And yeah, I'm highly excited. Charlotte, how are you feeling about this game? I mean, what surprised you the most about this game? Was it the way how Chelsea done it, or the performance?
I mean, I kind of knew we was going to do it. I didn't really. I didn't. Ramos coming back didn't actually bother me at all. Like, the only person I was concerned about is the fact that we need to put respect on Benzema's name. He's the 4th highest goal scorer in the Champions League with 71 goals, and I thought we needed to just man mark the hell out of him, and just our back three needed to not fall asleep, because that's how Benzema's goal came about, is because we got sloppy and we fell asleep. Well, we didn't do that. We were absolutely phenomenal. Our defence did a fabulous job. Rudiger for me did an absolutely fabulous job, as did Silva. Aspie did a great job. Chili B man. Oh, Chili B.
Yeah, they were calling him Bumwell. They were calling him Bumwell. These rivals.
No. His name is Chili B, and he is a legend. Chili B on the microphone. So yeah, no, we need to put some respect on that. Like, every single player absolutely outperformed me. Did I think we were going to win? Yeah. Did I think we'd get a performance like we had yesterday? I wasn't too sure. But the performance we had yesterday, I was absolutely buzzing about. For 94 minutes, we were solid. There was no falling asleep. We want this. This team looks like they want it so much. And one of my favourite moments of the whole game, and this is going to sound really sad, Mason Mount and Aspie walking off the pitch. Tuchel just grabs Mount and hugs the hell out of him. I was like, that's my manager. That's my manager.
So satisfying that people said Mason Mount, he's not going to start under any other manager. He's Lampard's son, blah, blah, blah. Mason Mount is going to be starting a Champions League final, and there is nothing anyone can do about it.
What are you saying?
Go. Let's go.
What are you saying, people? All you
just to clarify.
Go on,
yeah.
Go on, Charlotte.
As far as I'm concerned, Mason Mount deserves our player of the season. I obviously voted for our Chelsea player of the season, and it wasn't even a doubt in question that Mason Mount wasn't going to get it. Mason Mount has officially, he's earned it so much. Like, yeah, let's be realistic. Eden Hazard got put in a penitentiary by the whole of the defence. He really did.
What we're going to do, right? This is how we're going to do this, right? We're going to talk. I'm going to bring up some names. We're going to talk about them individually. I don't want to talk about every single player, because I thought every player played well. Some players stood out more than others. But before we even get to the players, I think it's important that we talk about this man. I think this man's not been spoken enough about on this channel. We've not even actually sat down and spoken about what he's actually done for this football club.
You mean this legend?
Performed since he's come through the door. He's kept more clean sheets than I think every Premier League team at the moment, barring maybe Man City. I think we have actually. I think we've got one more clean sheet cleaner than Man City in terms of when Thomas Tuchel came to now. I'm talking about. So
yeah,
it's a massive. He's revitalised the squad. you know, the fact that Lampard came out and said that he doesn't think that this squad's ready to compete yet, yeah, it's just made him look even more silly. Let's be serious. Thomas Tuchel's walked in half a season, and he's got us into a Champions League final, and he's got us into an FA Cup final, and he's took us from where we were sitting in 8th or 9th, now up into a top 4, looking okay. You know, the Man City game in the weekend is going to be telling. Yeah, I mean, Beth, what is it to say about our manager, Thomas Tuchel?
God, Thomas Tuchel is like a tactical genius. There's like no way to put it. Like, he knows what he's doing. He's got these big games on it. It's only these little games where I think he just doesn't pay as much attention, where we sort of flop against the like lower level teams or whatever. He's just really smart. Everything he's done in the Champions League games this season has been on point. Like I said, we fully deserve to go through. This isn't like when we got to the final previously, where we sort of just lucky kind of wins. I mean, it was a lot of work. We did a lot of defending and stuff, but like, we weren't playing football like the same. Does that make sense? Yeah, like, we probably have played our way like to the final, and it's all because of him. He's come in and he's given the team like the feeling that they can do it, and he's given them all confidence, and he's brought back players that weren't getting a look in, and his man management's incredible, I think. And what I really like about him is he picks players based on the opponents and not on like how the players are playing. So it sort of gives everyone a chance, doesn't it?
Yeah. You know what, right? The thing that stood out the most for me about Thomas Tuchel, right? When we sacked Lampard, and let's be serious, his appointment was imminent. Like, he literally had to jump on a plane and get over straight away, because we had Wolves in, I think, within 2 days of him arriving, or a day. Yeah. He was sitting on the plane already making notes about the players and who should be starting in the game. He hadn't even been trained them. So that already talks highly for me of how good of a manager he really is. And I really am interested to see, once he's got a pre-season behind him, once he can have a summer window as well to maybe choose who to get rid, who to bring in, and then have a full season in the Premier League. You know, because if you look at what he's done in this short space of time, if he was here at the beginning of the season, we would be up there. We would probably be first or second right now. I'm genuinely confident that we would have been close to Man City. You know, and even though Man City have done very well this season, they deserve it. Let's not lie about it. Man City have been the most consistent team in the Premier League. If Thomas Tuchel was at this club at the beginning of the season, we would have been up there with Man City, and it would have been a point or two between us. Honestly, do. But Charlotte, Thomas Tuchel, unbelievable, isn't he?
Well, I just want to read a stat for you guys. This is how badass my manager is. I don't even want to call him a manager. I just want to call him an absolute legend. There should be another word for legend, but it's not been invented yet. But he's an absolute legend. So in 4 months that Tuchel's been here, he's beaten Zidane, Guardiola, Klopp, Simone, Mourinho and Ancelotti without conceding a single goal in either of those 7 matches. Just want you to take that in for a second, because that is our manager.
That is
a man who knows how to manage, a man that is tactically inept, an absolutely classy man, a man that knows what his team is capable of, a man that doesn't need to question his team, a man that puts out a team whether we like it or not, and it does absolutely well and surprises us every time. Someone that's not actually guessing. Someone's guessing what squad. We never know what squad we're going to get. And you know what? I love that, to be honest. I think that's absolutely incredible. And I think we need to put some respect on his name, because we big up Mount. We big up like Havertz. We big up like all these players. But actually, Tuchel's the mastermind behind it. Like, without Tuchel, where would we be? And I have to agree with Jem, though. I think that if Tuchel had a pre-season and started this season, I think we would have been in a title race in Man City, just like I think we're going to be next season. I personally think we have a chance to win the Premier League. And do you know what? It feels right to say Chelsea win the Champions League this season and we win the Premier League next season. And like I keep saying, I want Tuchel to create my team, to not be like, oh, it's Chelsea, to be like, shit, it's Chelsea. Like, I want people, I want the real Chelsea to be like, where we were before, where people weren't happy playing us, where people didn't want to play us, when people weren't comfortable playing us, when people actually were afraid of us. I want this royalty of Chelsea back. I want the real Chelsea back. I want to be like, yeah, that's my team. You watch your back. Like, this is what I want back. I want that passion. I want everything back.
Charlotte's right. Then you can feel it in Charlotte's voice when she talks, the passion. And the one thing yesterday, like, honestly, us Chelsea fans must have all really come together after that performance, because when I went on Twitter, everyone was just so ecstatic. There was no agendas running around. There was no one saying Christensen, great, Jorginho, Werner, you know, oh, he's this, he's that, N'Golo Kante. It was just, we all came together. We was all so happy about that. The whole performance overall for me was sweet as hell. We have got Lambs backstage. Let's get Lambs involved. I want to get Lambs' thoughts, not only on Thomas Tuchel, but I want to get her thoughts on the game herself. I know she was on Monster Stream going crazy with the win as well. So let's get her in. Lambs.
Yes.
We're going to Istanbul. Hey.
Champions finalists. Whoop, whoop. I love it. I absolutely love it. Charles, I will actually join you with the drinking soon as well. I just have one more meeting that I need to kind of get over, and I have to be kind of sober for it. But afterwards, I'm ready to resume the celebrations. Honestly,
I haven't stopped. I literally haven't stopped.
Lambs, what impressed you the most about that performance yesterday? Like, honestly.
Oh my God, it was just calm, cool, and collected. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. There were points where I was just sitting there thinking, "Are we gonna rue all of these missed chances? Are we gonna get punished?" Because all they needed was one goal before, and while it was still at 1-0, and we kept on missing all of these chances. And we have to pick up Mendy, because he pulled off 2 fantastic saves in that first half to keep us in. Do you know what I mean? To keep us in that game, because we were missing those chances up until Timo Werner scored. But isn't it funny how Timo Werner seems to
talk about Mendy? She's cut, isn't she?
Oh
God.
I wanted to know how that ended.
Lambs. That dodgy McDonald's Wi-Fi of Lambs is what's she doing?
Oh no, it's the Spurs landlord. The Spurs landlord.
It out as well to me. I know what it is. I need to get download Google Chrome, this, that, and the other. I was like, all right, cool, and she's gone. So
it's that landlord. It's her Spurs landlord. He doesn't like the fact that Chelsea have done the best and are probably going to do better than them. So,
right, she started talking about Mendy, so I want to start on this. Mendy and his performance yesterday. I mean, he wasn't that busy. I mean, he was more busy in the first than he was the second, because again, we just defended so well, didn't we, from the back? But Beth, Mendy, when he was called upon, he made the saves when we need him to. I honestly don't think Kepa's doing that. And then Raphael, if you're watching, honestly, mate, your Kepa agenda stinks, mate. This is why Mendy's come in and replaced him. We probably would have gone out yesterday if he was in goal. But Beth, tell me.
I mean, what a signing! Seriously, signing of the season. What a bargain he was. He's just come in. He's been really solid. I mean, there's been moments in the season where he's been a bit but then that's when the whole team was a bit So he was just so good. His reactions yesterday were just on point. There was one where it got a deflection, wasn't it, yesterday, towards the end of the first half, and he still managed to save it. How did he move that fast? He couldn't even see the ball. It was so good. But his positioning's so good that it just makes it easier for him, I think. Oh yeah, Josh is just a troll though, isn't he?
Josh, man, just come on.
I mean, why don't you wait until your team's actually beaten Villarreal, which they're probably not going to do. So
anyway, let's not
it's just all about Chelsea. It's all about Chelsea.
Exactly.
It's all about Chelsea.
Party, our little blue party.
Blue is the colour. Football is the game.
We're all together, and winning is our aim. Lambs, Mendy, tell us.
9.5.
0.5. We're not. This is what we're going to do. I'm not going to go through all of the players. I'm just going through individuals, because I just said they were all 8 and above anyway. There's no point of actually, because no one was bad. No one's going to sit here and be like, "Oh, he was crap because of this, that, and the other." So we're going to pick out individual players that we're going to talk about that stood out, and obviously Mendy for us stood out because of the saves that he done in the first half, especially the first one when he done. I mean, how did he even see? Because he couldn't see. I think it was Thiago Silva in front of him, and the ball was whipped around him.
It was amazing.
Great shot by Benzema, don't get me wrong. And the way he I don't know how he got it still. I really don't know how he even managed to reach that. But what a save. But yeah, performance of one of the best performances I've seen of him since he's come into Chelsea by far.
He's just getting better and better.
The passion was there. Like you can tell everybody from Chelsea left everything on the pitch that night. Like even the substitutes, when they came on, they kept that tempo, they kept that momentum going. You know, they just kept on running them ragged. When Timo Werner came off, Pulisic was there bringing the pace, running in behind his defenders, running them ragged. And I really hoped once Sergio Ramos got booked with a yellow card, I was like, just run him down. This is the time. Get him sent off, because one more foul, if he makes a foul, he's off. And he was rusty, having just come back from injury. I think they were so desperate, Real Madrid. They rushed a lot of players back from injury for this game that clearly weren't ready. Hazard was non-existent in the game. You know, I think he literally just came just to catch up with the Mandem, to be honest. I think
he did. And do you know what? What about his little? Everyone was going on about his little celebration at the end with the players. Obviously, he's happy for Chelsea because this be a serious. Chelsea is his heart. He still talks about Chelsea at Real Madrid. He's always forever talking about us, you know. And man, if he wants to come back, look, I wouldn't take him back because he just ruins his legacy in my eyes. You know, like just at Real Madrid, do your thing.
I'm so pleased that so many players in this team, like for that, a lot of them, it's their first ever Champions League final. Like it's like Kai Havertz, Timo Werner, you know, a lot of these new signings. Hakim Ziyech even missed out, you know, in the semi-final with Ajax. Mason Mount, Reece James, N'Golo Kante. Like this team, this is a new team. This is not the same team, you know, or near out the same team that was lost on this journey. This is a new generation Chelsea, and that's what's so exciting.
And what Minter Surfer says there is right. Mendy is the best goalie in the Premier League, mate, right now, and I am backing my goalie. Honestly,
yeah, Mendy's gone from absolute. For me, at the beginning of the season, I thought Mendy was a good goalkeeper. Actually, I'll be honest. Up until last night, I thought Mendy was a good goalkeeper. As of last night, he's just become the great goalkeeper. He's become the best in the Premier League. Like, jog on everybody else. Alisson letting seven goals in. My goalkeeper doesn't do that, hun. Thank you very much. We don't know what 7 is. I'm sorry. Now, Beth, we defend him to the end. I don't know what 5 is either. Sorry, I don't remember that game. My memory's gone funny. I don't remember that. Sorry.
Selective memory, and it didn't happen.
It really is selective memory. But he has literally, the saves he was making last night were absolutely phenomenal. I'm sorry, like, put some respect on Mendy's name. Like, I've been one for it, not giving him enough credit, but man, we need to put some respect on Mendy's name.
Exactly. And honestly, it was a mad performance. Father's joined us. I saw Father down the WKD bottle yesterday within 5 seconds.
Yeah, what a legend.
What a legend. I bet he's got a hangover today. Did you even sleep?
A little bit. But I'm doing rough.
Sounds like it was only a little bit.
Sounds like he's suffering. You're right, bro.
Yeah, he is.
I'm still a bit rusty, but I'm all right now.
Mendy's performance, bro. Tell us.
Right. He is in the honourable mention, I can't lie, alongside Kante.
Ooh.
I mean, without him yesterday, we could have been like 3-2 down in from the half time. But 9 kept the clean sheet. That save with that save from Benzema, ridiculous to watch. And he's levels above Courtois and Leno, miles above.
Miles
100%.
above, miles above, and Kepa as well. So that stinky agenda, Raphael, I know you're watching, yeah? Take it away from here. I don't want to see that guy in goal when we've got a goalie like that.
Yeah. Bring up Kai Havertz for that nutmeg on Tony Kroos. We see you.
Yeah, exactly.
We're watching you. We see you succeeding. Big up to Kante. Big up to Kante for absolutely annihilating the midfield. I mean, let me tell you, N'Golo Kante, N'Golo Kante. N'Golo Kante, N'Golo Kante. Il gentil, les Messi, les gens cherchent un plaisir. N'Golo Kante. I'm done now.
We love
It's
him.
okay.
We're actually making history. For the first time ever, both
Women
the
and
men
men.
and the women's team are in the Champions League final.
Exactly. Big up to both of them as well.
No, I
Smash
think
it, you know,
we need to
dominating
just.
football.
I'm a reword that, Lambs, for you. For the first time in history, Chelsea women and men's are going to win the Champions League final.
Come on, let's
Let me
go.
tell you,
Let's
the women
go.
ain't
Let's
losing.
go,
The
Chelsea.
men ain't
Let that
losing.
sink in.
Right. I didn't want to say Rudiger, Silva, Christensen. I've just gone the back three because they are just Thiago Silva. We don't really need to talk much about him because he is who he is. Like we know he can. He's this good. But Rudiger, for me, Rudiger was immense yesterday. Like everything he did, like he's becoming that top quality defender that we've been looking for. Like that guy, Christensen. I know I dig him out a lot. He had a good game again. Yeah, he did have a good game, and I can't knock him for that. He was good, and them three work at the back so well at the moment, and I wouldn't change it for nothing at the moment. Yeah, it was such a good performance. I mean, Beth, do you want to start? What do you want to say?
Right, thou shalt not pass.
Exactly.
That back three is phenomenal, man. They're like a wall. They're just incredible. I mean, Thiago Silva, incredible. Rudiger has been insane since Tuchel came. One of my favourite moments of the match yesterday was when Rudiger had like the ball and he made a pass to Chilwell or something, and then he started running through like he's the striker, like, and he had his arms going like this, and it was so funny. Even though we're only 1-0 up, but honestly, that guy, I think he wants to be a striker deep inside, like. But
he had a shot on goal just before we scored as well.
Yeah, that shot was so good as well. Like he wants to be a striker, and it was so good. They're just solid. It was absolutely the right people to pick to play. He picked the right team. Like you can't fault anything that they did yesterday.
Josh, go away, mate. Stop. You wish you had someone like Thiago Silva in the team. I'm not even going to get triggered by you, right?
Just focus later, you know. Like,
yeah, you know what it is right now? Josh is like pacing around in his room, like in a bottle
I
of
need
rum.
something to distract
Oh my
me.
God, what's he gonna do? What is he gonna do? Is it after tonight? That's it. It's all done. It's all done. Everything's over. It's all done. He's having a breakdown in his room right now, honestly.
Yeah, and I agree on that. I mean, before we move forward, people, there's nearly 30 of you here. Please smash that like button. Please subscribe if you're new to GNA TV as well. The 1K road is nearly there, man. I feel like I keep repeating
That's there before the final.
1K, let's go.
Before the final.
Yes, 1K before the final.
Let's go.
1K before the final. Let's get there. Let's get monetized. Let's do this, people. Lambs, back three.
First of all, I would like to sincerely apologize to Antonio Rudiger for saying that I wanted him to leave my club under the tenure of Frank Lampard. I take those words back. I'm very sorry. You proved me wrong. I'm an idiot. Please don't go anywhere. We need you. This guy, maybe after Ruben Diaz, has probably proven himself to be maybe the second best centre back, I think, in the Premier League. Like the performances that he's turned up under this manager. Maybe that was what was missing this whole time. You know, we just needed that German connection. And I think this is the first time Chelsea have ever employed a German manager as well. So we're just breaking history and records for just new and exciting things. I love to see it. I love to see it. That guy might be the truth. Even Christensen, I've been impressed with his performances lately as well. Loads of people, bar Tammy Abraham, I think, and maybe arguably Callum Hudson-Odoi, have stepped it up under Thomas Tuchel. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. I'm just so impressed. And Thiago Silva, do you know what got me really emotional as well? When I saw him and Tuchel give each other that look and that hug, like, bro.
Yeah, it was emotional, wasn't it? It was emotional.
Like, my heart went.
Listen, I'm going to quick, before we continue with this, I was meant to go through the match stats at the beginning, but I've completely forgot. Look at that, 32% Chelsea had yesterday. We didn't even dominate, which is something we usually do. Again, it shows that Chelsea can adapt without the ball. It means that we can play without the ball and still win games. Usually we dominate games 60-70% and win them comfortably like that by not allowing teams to have possession. But we sorry about that. But we had literally 30% the whole game. We had 8 shots off target. They had no shots off target, which is a bit weird, but then we had 5 shots on target and they had five as well. The total shots overall the game, Chelsea had 15, they had 7. Let's have a quick look. Pass succession percentage, theirs is higher than ours, obviously, because they had more of the ball. But even at 81% with 30% possession, that's pretty impressive still when you think about it. Aerial duels won, we beat them 14-11. Fouls again, we gave more fouls away. I thought the ref was a bit harsh at the beginning of the first half. They kept giving them blooming free kicks, but you know, overall it was a great performance. And even with them stats, we comfortably won. We comfortably won, even though it made them look like Real Madrid had more. This is why I say stats are a load of crap, because they deceive people. You could look at the stats and go, how have Real Madrid lost this game? Well, actually, how did Chelsea not win 4-5-0 with 30% possession is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a madness. But Charlotte, back 3. Tell us.
I, like Lambs, would like to sincerely apologise to Rudiger. I asked him that I wanted him to leave. I said that we didn't need him in this club anymore. I would like to hold my hands up.
9-man list. You guys remember Shaw's 9-man list? He was
I would like to hold my hands up and apologize and take him off my 9-man list. He's been off my 9-man list for a while. It's only a 4-man list now. But I would like to apologize to Rudiger. I would also like to extend the hand to join the Rudiger Hive if they will tolerate me. Because I am now standing Rudiger for his beautiful performances. I absolutely enjoy them. He was absolutely phenomenal. Not phenomenal. He was phenomenal. Absolutely stupendous. He was fabulous. He bossed it. Like Thiago Silva, man. Was Thiago Silva. Oh, Thiago Silva. What a legend. Let me tell you, Thiago Silva was bossing it. Yeah, exactly. I saw that video and look what happened. Werner gets a goal. Funny that, you know, when someone's wife trolls you, you get a goal. I'm buzzing with my back 3. They are really blossoming. They are really, really blossoming into players and a back 3 that I'm absolutely proud of. They weren't like, I'm sorry, I think Hazard had one shot on target that I was kind of shocked to see him on the pitch because I forgot Hazard was on the pitch, unfortunately, until that moment. But, you know, our defence handled that really well. We got the ball out. We were getting...
Ben, man. Ben, Man United fan Ben. It's honestly, the rivals are in pain. They are literally in pain. I saw KJ with his hoodie up and then literally I couldn't even see him. He was sitting there like this.
Just to clarify, if all Man United fans would like to cry a river, we can build a moat round Stamford Bridge, the most elite stadium, at the end of this season. We will happily be taking Man United tears, Arsenal tears, Spurs tears, Liverpool tears, and especially Man City tears when we beat them in the Champions League final. But now my back 3 was absolutely phenomenal. I am proud to call them my back 3.
They were top quality. We've got someone else in the backs as well. Is going to join us. She's smiling. She's happy. She's come to join the Blue Army party. She's doing everything at the moment. Let's bring her in. She's dancing. Yes. Hey.
Yes, Joyce.
In the house. Joyce. I mean, I don't think. Well, Charlotte's drinking. I hardly slept. I'm sure Lambs and everyone else. What's his name? Father as well has been drinking all last night as well. Everyone's
I had like 2 glasses of wine and on the Midnight Vibe show, but there's still a cup of tea. But I will be resuming drinking later.
Yeah. Joyce, welcome. Obviously, we are all in a very good mood. Welcome to the Chelsea Blue Army party. How are you feeling? And what surprised you the most about that performance?
How do you think I'm feeling? I think my face says it all, doesn't it? Like I am ecstatic. Like I was running around because my flatmates aren't really big football fans, so they just hear me in my room going, oh my god, Mason Mount, like a mad woman. I feel like a mad woman, but I am madly elated. I can't believe it. What was I surprised by? I was surprised by the lineup a little bit, but I'm always happy to be proven wrong. Timo Werner got his goal, and that was really great. Watching him score. I was surprised by how much we let them have the ball, because normally we'd like to suffocate teams with possession. and then kind of like killed them off all like recently. But like they had all of it, and it meant absolutely fuck all. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. that is true. I'll bring up a stat just now, right? We had 30% possession, they had 60. But if you didn't watch that game and you looked at the stats, you'd have been like, how did Real Madrid lose this? No, how did Chelsea not win by 4 or 5 goals? Do you know what I mean?
You know why, guys? Do you know why? Because they had the ball, but it was all sideways, backwards.
Backwards.
Someone's actually just tweeted at Tony Cruz, "How did you sleep last night, mate?" I'm not even lying. The violation.
He hasn't lost sleep. He said before the game, he's like, I don't lose sleep when with this Chelsea team, as if to say.
I know the absolute violation on the fact that he should be losing sleep now.
Look at all the salt, man. Look at all this salt from the rivals. All everywhere, popping out with this salt.
It's not my... Oh, my God.
Yeah, you see what I mean? It's a madness. But Joyce, your thoughts on the back three yesterday? I'm not going through every single individual player. We're just talking them as a group.
Back three were great. I mean, they barely put a foot wrong, really. I was a bit worried about Christensen because he got a yellow card so early. But, like, I was really impressed by how professional he was, considering that. Like, I feel like he was a man on a mission. He tried to clamp, like, three different men in, like, the first 20 minutes. He was really, really on it. So he was great. Rudiger as well. Rudiger is so great on the ball.
He is.
It actually it amazes me. Like, I cuss him a lot, and maybe I should take back some of the things I said about him last season. But he was. Oh, if that shot from really far out had gone in, I would have absolutely lost my mind. I would have been writing express applications to the Rudiger standing hive or whatever you guys want to call it, like, because he. And there was a point where he was very attacking. Like, there were points where he would be like driving the ball forward from his side of the pitch, going all the way into the opponent's box. And then there was that point where Werner kind of like fumbled his pass to Rudiger. And at that point, I was like, I feel like Rudiger could have scored there. Like, he was, it was very impressive. Thiago Silva was pressed like proper.
It was the El Monstro, as we call him, the El Monstro.
Proper Thiago Silva, proper him. And do you know who else I love? Yeah, I know we're talking about the back three, but shout out Thiago Silva's wife, because she has been.
She's classic, man.
She's
so funny.
Legends.
So funny. Father.
Brilliant. Oh no.
Back three, exceptional. Benzema nearly kept quiet last night, even though he had chances. Hazard was kept quiet as well, and yeah, he was good last night. Yeah,
it was good. It was good.
10 out of 10 for me last night.
10 out of 10 is what Father's saying. I'm going to go to midfield, but like I said, I don't want to just talk about all of them because they all played really well. I'm just going for who we think is like the individual standouts. And this man here, proven to me why he is the best midfielder in his position in the world.
N'Golo Kante, N'Golo Kante, N'Golo Kante, N'Golo Kante, le petit et gentil et le jeune Messi et le chantier, N'Golo Kante, N'Golo Kante. Yes, mate.
What I want to say to this before I go on to you guys is all this crap that I used to hear over Twitter, all this crap that I used to hear coming out of rivals' mouths. He's finished. He's not the same player that he used to be 2 years ago. He would, he wouldn't be able to play on the biggest, in the biggest pitch anymore. Hang on, mate. He ran that midfield yesterday. That second goal, he won the header of Benzema. He then he ran in front of Havertz, who was up front, won the ball off Nacho, laid it off to Pulisic, and then set up Mason Mount with a goal. I mean, this guy. All right, I don't care what anyone has to say. I don't want to hear, Steven Gerrard's better than Kane. Bin off, man. He's nowhere near the level of N'Golo Kane. Right? He's not won what N'Golo Kane won. Yeah, don't even put them in the same bracket. Yeah, and Arsenal. I know Josh is in there right now. You wished you had a player like that because you've never had a player like that in your history. Yeah, so stop even going there with about N'Golo Kane. For me, he was for me, he just stood out the most yesterday. He was unbelievable. Kroos, Modric, Casemiro were in his back pocket, and these are three players that have won the Champions League 3 times in a row. He made them look average, bar average as well. Beth, N'Golo Kante.
N'Golo Kante. Oh, he's just incredible. He was so good. And do you know what? Yeah, sometimes he has this habit of like he'll drive forward really well and he'll make the wrong decision in the final third. And yesterday he absolutely did not do that. He was incredible. He made both of the goals. He had Real Madrid like in his pockets. The whole team were in his pockets. There was plenty of space. Like, he was ready for it. He was so good, and his energy levels are incredible. Like, this was near the end of I've just seen this on Twitter actually. This was near the end of the match, right? And you can just see him, right? Watch him run when he accelerates.
Oh, it's quick.
Like,
N'Golo Kante, N'Golo Kante.
Yeah, but this guy's apparently
N'Golo
8
Kante.
minutes in or something. How does he have the energy for that? That is incredible.
This is when he almost scored, isn't it? But then
Yeah.
Portugal saved it, and then I was seeing everyone like, why have our players forgotten how to chip? I don't get it.
To Ramirez, it's not that hard, but you know, it can't fault him. I don't care about that miss. He was incredible, stands out, well-deserved man of the match, twice against Real Madrid. What a player!
What a player he is, and honestly, when we talk about the greats midfielders, he has to be in there. I know we talk about Makelele, Lampard, and all of these players. N'Golo Kante has, for me, since then, been the man in the middle. He has been the next. I keep saying this. He is our world-class player. We don't have many world-class players. He is our world-class player for 100%. Charlotte was singing his praises just now. Charlotte, tell us about N'Golo.
N'Golo Kante, N'Golo Kante, N'Golo Kante, N'Golo Kante. Et petit, et je les Messi. N'Golo Kante, N'Golo Kante. I'm not gonna lie. Let me tell you, Kante was pocketing these people. They're like, Modric is back. Watch out. You've got Cruz. Watch out. My man Kante was like slamming them through a chair. He was absolutely spearing them. He was taking care of them left, right, and center. He was choke slamming them to the ground. Like, he was the Undertaker reincarnated, slamming them, choke slamming them through the ground. He was destroying them. He was brushing through them like they were nothing. I'm sorry. N'Golo Kante, I've decided I am now part of the N'Golo Kante hive. I will be representing N'Golo Kante at all points in here, and I'm quite ready to become N'Golo Kante's lawyer for anyone that's ready to disembowel and rip into pieces my man Kante. Let me tell you,
I would also like to join the Kante dream team.
Yes, absolutely. We are all part of this. So let me tell you now, N'Golo Kante, like Beth's just shown you that video, 8 minutes to the end, the man still looked like he was like Flash. He was like, Flash, savior of the universe. He was loving life. He was on point. He was running left, right, and center. If you look at his heat map, there would just be red everywhere because he was everywhere. The man wasn't in one place. He was everywhere. And as far as I'm concerned, for me, N'Golo Kante deserves every praise and everything you get. He literally is absolutely incredible. And, you know, the man came back from injury and he's only got better. For me, the man's better than he was last season. He just keeps getting better. He doesn't get like, he has an injury, doesn't hold him back. And my favourite part, N'Golo Kante leaving his little mini. I love the fact that he has a mini.
Yeah,
I literally love that. This is my man. This is N'Golo Kante. Like,
what's so funny about that, Charlotte, right? You've got like Giroud and that driving out in like all these like Range Rover Ferraris, Porsches.
Yeah.
N'Golo Kante comes out this little mini like beep beep.
I know, and you know what my favourite part is that N'Golo Kante is on the highest wage, one of the highest wages, and this is how like down to earth the man is. But on a football point, he literally is incredible. The man just seems to be getting better every single match he's playing in. He just seems to get better and better and better. And like, I would like to say, if anyone would like to join the N'Golo Kante hive, I am the leader of this. I have started this off. And anyone that likes to join, please DM me on Twitter and you will be welcome. Unless you've discanted before and in that case you're not. But you know, we accept apologies too. But Kante hive is going to start. It's going to get big.
I hear that. And you heard it. The Kante hive is there. You know, there's no slander being pulled from that one, I tell you. So, Lambs, N'Golo Kante. What are we saying?
I've fallen out with a lot of people, Gem, for dissing him over this season and even last season. People talking about, oh, he's always getting injuries. Oh, he's done out here. We need to start looking at somebody to fill out his position. Kante needs to go in the summer. Excuse me. Excusez-moi.
Yeah, exactly. Excusez-moi.
Like it's actual blasphemy the way the people disrespect this guy. And yes, we know why he was so injury prone. It was literally under the Sarri era, but we know what this guy did for us before that point. He literally came from a title winning team in Leicester and came to us and won us a title as well. He has a World Cup under his belt. Look what he's done for us. This so-called injury-prone Kante, this finished Kante, right? It was never about him being finished. It was poor man management. It was poor man management and playing him out of position and overplaying him as well. We can see under a great manager if they know how to get the best. Look at this guy. He is phenomenal.
Comparing your players with ours. Yeah. A player that's won a World Cup, a player that's won Premier League.
Thank you. I don't want to hear nonsense like this. Because that right there, that's foolishness, Velvish one. That is foolishness.
This is foolishness.
We've already established Josh is having a breakdown right now, so that's fine. That is absolutely fine. But like the guy, he was involved in both of the goals, instrumental, and especially the second goal. Like the way he just pounced onto that ball, he was so alert. Like the game was almost to the end, but he was alert. He pounced onto that ball, played it through to Pulisic, who put in a beautiful cross for Mason Mount to finish. But oh my God, this guy was everywhere this game. I have to literally echo what Charles said. If we saw a heat map, my God, it would be fire, red hot.
Father's got a Sophie OnlyFans. Anyway, I'll come back to that. Listen, you sorting fans, right, that are sitting in the chat right now, the link will be in the chat very soon. We're nearly there. I'm going to drop it in a bit, right? Come on and say what you're saying there here in front of this Chelsea army. I'd like to see you try. Yeah, Velv, Josh, come on. Come out. Stop sitting there behind these live chats writing these silly comments about Fabinho and El Nini. Come on, man. What are you on? Like,
just remember, if you're brave enough to say it in the chat, we want to hear you say it on here. Don't be saying anything you can't say in the chat because we're waiting. We're listening. There are 6 of us here. Come at us. I see you, bro. Come on.
Did you guys see how smart David was last night? Oh my goodness.
Yes, I did.
Loving it. Absolutely loving it. This is the mood of the majority of Chelsea fans at the moment. So we are ready.
Yes. Joyce, tell us. There's nearly 40 of you here as well. Please smash that like button. Please subscribe. Let's get to 60 likes. People. Joyce, let's go.
Kante, yeah. Do you know what? I feel like everyone has kind of said what needs to be said about Kante. But one thing I want to say is, yeah, I feel like people do not give him credit for being an intelligent footballer. People talk about how fast Kante can run. People talk about, oh, Kante, he's a destroyer. He's like, he can come inside and he does all these interceptions.
Exactly.
But Kante is a clever guy. Kante is smart. Kante is intelligent. The fact that both the goals came from him, you know what I mean? Like the passing that he was making, his shooting tech is, he didn't end up scoring in the end, because, Spirit of Ramirez didn't really fully clothe him, so he couldn't chip. But he's a very intelligent, he's a very smart footballer. And I'm just really, really glad that he's getting his props for that aspect of his game as well.
For sure.
I understand the whole, I don't know, he kind of fell off and because he's not the player who won the World Cup, and I think that's fine because the player that won the World Cup was in that time and in that run when he's winning back-to-back league titles was out of this world. But even now, even if he has dropped off a little bit, it doesn't mean that he's not a quality player, and he showed that today. And it's really it's almost a bit insulting that people are like, well, it's only because Real Madrid, their players are old and they've fallen off and because they don't want to give Kante credit. But he is just fantastic, and I'm really glad that I don't know. I'm just really glad that he's getting his accolades still, because he's been here for quite a bit. Like, he's been here for quite a bit of time, and you know, loads of fans were kind of having, loads of Chelsea fans and rival fans were just kind of writing him off. And yeah, he's really showed people, and I really hope that in the final he has a performance.
Exactly,
As
and
good as this. I'm so impressed. I'm really impressed.
everything that Joyce says as well. Timo Werner's defender. What do you think about N'Golo Kante's performance?
Exceptional. I have no idea why Josh comparing Kante to Pogba. And last night, it just shows how good he is. Man's locked out that 3 average midfielders from Madrid, Spain. Honest to God, man. Give him the props, honestly. The disrespect that this guy gets every time he's starting on that pitch is humongous. Give him a massive 11. 11, really.
Massive 11. You heard it. A massive 11 from Father. Right.
I forgot what's supposed to be numbers. I'm giving him like a 20.
I'll give him 100. I'll give him 100, man. He's off the Richter scale, that guy. He's just every time there's a big game, a massive game where we need him to turn up, he delivers. He never has a poor game. I'm like, oh, N'Golo Kante, he was crap today. Like, I'd never have that with N'Golo Kante ever. He's just that good. We're gonna move on. We will talk a bit. All right. I was going to move on to the front three, but if I don't talk about Jorginho, people are going to start going, so why can you not talk about Jorginho? You have got an agenda. You don't like him. So I'm going to be quick about this Jorginho one, because to be honest, I thought Kante stood out more than him, but Jorginho still had a great performance. Don't get me wrong. So Beth, I'll let you go. But before Beth go, I'm going to say, because people think I'm skipping this. Yes, he played very well yesterday. Yes, he deserves to be in the team, as Christensen does as well. Him and Kante have surprised me as a duo, that they're playing as well as they are. I give them that. And where credit is due, I will give it. And he was very good yesterday, barring that silly cross that he did, and then he picked up a yellow card. But I had to throw something in, yeah. Beth, what are you saying?
He was solid. He was really good. He did his job correctly. He did it. What his job does is it allows like Kante to be even more Kante, and that it was amazing. Oh, hey Jordan. I think Jorginho had a great game. I'm really happy about it. I think since Tuchel came in, the only bad game he had was West Brom, really, and he's been fantastic and he's been consistent enough. I'm really happy with it. Yeah. I can't remember. There's not much to say. He just did really well.
Yeah.
Like he had to do really well.
That's the thing. There's not much to say about Jorginho. That's why I didn't want to stay on it too long, because I thought he performed really well. People, there's nearly 50 of you here. Please smash that like button. Please subscribe if you're new to GNA TV. I've seen a couple of new people in the viewers right now, so please subscribe to the channel. And yeah, man, Charlotte, Jorginho.
Yeah, he was good. He had a great performance. I mean, I don't really know what else to say about him. My opinion's not changed that I still want him out, but he's having good performances, so I can't be like, oh, he's having shit ones. He's having a good performance. I'm gonna recognize that he's having a good performance. I'm gonna recognize he's playing well. And yeah, that's about it. Lambs, over to you.
Lambs, you want to keep it short and sweet as well?
Yeah, very, very, very short and sweet. He had a good game, literally, to echo what you, Beth and Charles already said. Personally, thank you for taking down Hazard when he needed to, picked up that yellow card, took one for the team. So love it. Great, thank you for that.
Oh, Kaya, you get me every time, man. I swear, the things you think of. Father, much to say about Jorginho?
It's hard, like the way that people have been treating him for the last 2 years. It's very hard, though. Some of the fan base, I understand you guys wanted him out. I think easy that guy going to be in the long term. Lots of questions to ask, but in terms of last night, I think he did a solid job alongside Kante. Yeah, I would give him a 9.
9. Joyce?
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, it's like the energy changed when people talk about Kante. It was like, oh, hey, and it's Jorginho. It's like, I mean, fine, fair, good, fine, if you say so. I think he did a good job. I think, especially like you just said, like given all of the stick and all of the crap he gets from Chelsea fans, I was also one of them. I probably still am one of them, to be fair. But he had a really good game, and I think for most of the Champions League this run, especially under Tuchel, he's been having really good games, and I think it's just really shown that like when you have a good coach and you have a coach that will use a system that gets the best out of most of your players, they are going to always look better. Like we looked like, you know, people want to Rudiger out, people wanted Christensen out, people wanted half the squad out, and now people are really happy for all of these people to stay. And so I think, give Jorginho his props for having a really great game, a solid game. Didn't really make many mistakes, if any, that I can remember. But yeah, well done to him.
Good. Overall good performance by Jorginho. Like I said, he's playing very well. And this is without Kovacic as well, you know. It is without Kovacic, who's been performing very well. And it just shows that we have very good free midfielders that have adapted to the way Tuchel wants them to play. And it's working, you know, massively. I want to move on to someone that, again, gets a lot of stick. I mean, we'll talk about the front three in general, but this guy, I'm going to start with... Where is he? Come on, mate. Where are you on my list? How can you not be... Here he is. And the defender's here as well. Timo Werner. This guy, right?
I think Fazio should start.
Yeah, I think he will. Fata will start this one. He gets slated left, right, centre. Yesterday he was linking play. He was running off. He was dribbling with the ball forward. He scored his goal, which, let's be serious, he couldn't miss. He was everything that we wanted from him yesterday, especially for the 50 million that we signed him for. But Fata, you here to bring up your
right? First and foremost, I'm gonna call out everyone who said that Timo Werner had a terrible game last week. I'm calling out Monster. I'm calling out the ones in football terrorists. Everyone really, and you might have no patience though. Literally last week, Bundy saw this Timo Werner and all that. Relax, just easy, calm down. If Werner scores this week, I'm gonna having a smoke. I did having a smoke, and look at what he did yesterday in that front three. Gee, that's so smooth of him. Look at that man scores over that rattlesnake in the Courtois, man.
Oh yeah, that rattlesnake. I forgot about that rattlesnake. Yeah, man.
101 for me.
Yeah, he was. And do you know what? There was a clip of Courtois. I think who put it up? It was Lewis, actually. He put a clip up of Courtois, right? And his face, he looked like Phil Jones when the ball went past.
Just off to make some.
I've seen that.
I was so happy when I saw that because I can't stand him. I know a lot of people still protect him, but Courtois is one guy that pisses me off when we talk about him. Beth, Timo Werner.
Timo Werner had an amazing game yesterday. I think he absolutely worked his socks off, and I couldn't be happier for him. I think he played really well. I think when he came off, he didn't deserve to come off, but none of the players deserved to come off. But bringing Pulisic on was a good thing to do either way. I think he made so many chances. He was causing so many problems. The offside goal was a little bit frustrating, I think, for a lot of people because, like, you want him to stay onside, but it's one of those things like strikers get offside. He's getting offside a lot recently, but I can't fault him. He tried so hard. He worked so hard. I'm so proud of him. And he got a goal. It was a tap-in. Do I care? I don't give a shit. It was a goal. He scored. It went in the net. I don't give a shit if it was a tap-in. I don't care. It went in. That's all I care about. And yeah, no, I'm really happy. I couldn't be happy for him. And I think I was the one that said I wasn't sure if he should start that semi-final, and he absolutely proved me wrong. And I'm happy, so happy. Charlotte?
I mean, yeah, he got a goal. I was buzzing about it. If he'd have missed that, I would have been absolutely mortified for him because he would have had to quit football and go into hiding and literally go into a forest and hide and like become Tarzan or something. I don't know what he would have had to done, but he wouldn't have been allowed in football again. Thankfully, he managed to get the ball with a beautiful header in the back of the net, which we're all very proud of. But the only like tiny maybe unpositive thing I can say is he's getting these goals, but it's then he has like these horrible misses. I would like to see he's getting these goals, so let's make it more positive. He's getting these goals. Let's big up his confidence. He needs his confidence to be bigged up, and I don't know how many goals it's going to take for that, and that's a worry for me. But he is getting these goals. Last week he didn't have a bad game. He just had a absolutely abominable miss. It was it was just awful miss. But that's the only bad thing that happened in that game, as far as I'm concerned. But you know, I think the more goals he's getting, like I'm hoping if he plays in Man City, which I'm hoping he does because of the High Line this weekend, that maybe his confidence will be up a little bit. But I don't know what it's going to take with his confidence, but I need to see that go up. I want to see that go up. I don't really want to see anything else. I'm really enjoying his.
What's that?
What is going on? What's going on there?
What's happened?
Did you see the comment? The one about the girl with the Pulisic agenda?
Yeah.
What?
Is that the girl with the Pulisic agenda?
I think that's about Shaw, because when Shaw was like, the guy's always injured, do you remember?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I will discuss Pulisic in a minute. Now, in fact, I'm gonna defend myself if that's all right, Jem, right now. Wait. Let's
get Timo Werner out of the way.
Anyway, okay, I'll round it up. Basically, I just want to see him get more goals. His confidence is going up, so let's get more goals in every game and let's boost this up. You know, good on him.
I can't even see this comment that you're talking about. Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, this is a girl with a Pulisic agenda. Yeah, all right, cool. Yeah. We'll come back to that.
I'm a comment on that in a minute.
Joyce.
Well, I think everyone knows that Timo Werner is not my favorite football player in the world.
Yes.
He's just not. I don't think. Anyway, but you know what? Like props to him, because that is. I tweeted it yesterday. This is probably one of the best Chelsea games he's had in the Chelsea shirt. Like I don't think. Sometimes I wonder. Like I don't think it's a confidence thing for him, because he will score a goal and everyone's like, yes, he's gonna get his confidence back. Then he goes on a really run of like just not scoring again. Then he does it again. Then it happens again. But I was just really impressed by, you know, everyone talks about like his movement and how well he links up with everyone else, but then the goals never come. Today a goal came. I was really glad. I was really frustrated because when I saw that offside, when he just didn't time his run, I was like, oh my God, it's just going to be like last game again. It's going to cost us. It really stressed me out. But he did what he had to do. Do you know what? Like, well done to him. I hope it's given him confidence. I hope he can kind of go into the rest of the season and really just have a good season, because we need it. He needs it. I think it was right for him to come off when he did come off, because we needed Pulisic to come on, and I guess we're going to talk about Pulisic later, but he came on with like a point to prove. I think it was a fair enough substitution. But yeah, like props to him. Like best game I've seen from him in a long time, and I think loads of fans were really annoyed that he started. I think loads of people were saying, oh, they wanted Pulisic, Havertz and Mount, if I'm not mistaken, and were kind of like really stressed out about Werner, but he proved a lot of people wrong. So yeah, like well done to him, props to him.
Winter Services, Charlotte, I'm here with a lot of rope and can pull you back from doubling down on Pulisic. Just make sure you say you would only sell him because of injury record, but don't let them get to you, is what he's saying. Lambs, going to finish off on Timo Werner?
Yeah, I'm impressed by him. I think always known the potential he has, his ability. He offers us something different that a lot of our attacking players don't. Unlike Joyce, I actually am a huge fan of Werner, and that's why I've always kind of been like urging him and hoping that he comes good and just to hit the back of the target, because when he doesn't and he does it again, I'm just like, oh God, here's another one that Joyce can use against me. Here's another one the Werner haters can use against me. How do I explain that? How do I defend that? But you know what? I feel like he is somebody that he will start coming good, and I think the team collectively winning, performing well, getting to 2 finals, possibly winning 2 trophies, that's going to urge him, hopefully kick him on to start off the next season like all guns blazing, firing, you know, especially if there's a good Euros with Germany this summer as well. I'd love to see it, but it's so clear this guy links up so well with Kai Havertz, the partnership and connection they have. I can't wait to see that blossom and flourish and thrive in seasons to come, especially next season. I thought he was great yesterday. You know, he hit the target twice, so there's not much we can ask for Timo Werner. So
Lewis, check your DMs. I sent you it. You want to come on and have your say and talk about your agenda, smelly agenda of Christensen, then come on. Yeah, but we're here having a party. It's a Blue Army party today. We are having fun. Yeah, he was great. I want to touch on quickly before we move on. Please smash the like button. Please subscribe if you're new as well. We're going to talk about Mount, Pulisic, Havertz, all three of them, rather than them individually. I'll let you guys pick who you'd like to talk about. And then I'm going to release the link in the chat. You guys can come in and get involved and have your say as well, because I see so many people want to get involved. Let's go to Charlotte's Pulisic, because that's where it seems like we need to start with. Go on, Charlotte.
I mean, I just want to clarify. I have never commented on Pulisic's talent. I've commented on his injuries. So let's get that fact right before you're like, nah. Firstly, I think an injury issue is quite okay to be worried about if there's 25 issues and the man's not even 25 yet. Okay. But you know, he's had less birthdays than injuries. But you know, I feel like I'm okay to be allowed an opinion on his injuries. Pulisic has been fabulous since he's not come back with injuries. I don't know what Tuchel's given him. I swear he's injected him with like Spider-Man or Iron Man venom, because the man's been getting knocked about left, right, and centre, and still hasn't been getting injured. So I don't know if he's like injected him or something, but let me tell you, he has been absolutely phenomenal. As for Mason Mount, I don't really think there's any credit here. Like, Mason Mount has been absolutely our most consistent player this season. He's been phenomenal. Again, like Kante, his heat map would be red everywhere because he was bloody left, right, and centre. He was up. He was by Mendy, then he was by Courtois, and I was like, I can't keep up with the man. Like, he's everywhere. But yeah, Mount was absolutely phenomenal. I see an absolutely incredible player coming up and coming. I see him only getting better, and I see him becoming world class.
There you go. Anyone want to respond to that? Anyone want to talk about Christian Pulisic, Captain America?
I mean, to be fair, he did come on for Werner just because of the tactical switch. I think Werner will be safe for the Saturday's game against Man City. And yeah, that assist against Mason Mount, pure patience, utter patience from Pulisic. It was so good. It was so timing to perfection. Yeah, I would give him an 8.
An 8. Okay, fair enough. I want to. I don't know if anyone else wants to talk Pulisic, but I wanted to touch on with Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz for me he's starting to show me that he needs to be starting every single game. Like, he's that good. The guy's nutmegging people like Cruz and comfortably. And when he has the ball, he does it all so calm. Like, I've never seen someone get the ball and look so like, yeah, what? Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Like, and he does it so cool. There's no like, even when it's like tons of pressure on him, he still manages to get out of tough situations. And yesterday, I just wished that lob that he done on Courtois was beautiful. If that would have just digged a little bit more and just gone into the goal, that would have been an absolute. Because let me tell you something now. Players like Havertz, in terms of his finishing, the idea to be able to get in front of goal and be able to chip a goalie, not many players in the world of football do that now. What they do when they get in front of goal, and you see it yesterday, Mason Mount and N'Golo Kante, is they always look to just put power behind it and try and make sure it goes into the back of the net. The people that do them little chips like that, when I think of other individuals, is people like Lionel Messi. When he gets into that position and he doesn't think about, he has so much. It's like he has so much time to think about what he's going to do. Like with that little chip, it was just beautiful. And Kai Havertz, for me, he is going to be in the next couple of years, I think, one of our most important idols in our team. And he needs to play, and we need to work around him. We need to keep him playing. And for me, he is top class. I mean, Joyce, Kai Havertz.
Oh wow. Wow, I'm really excited to talk about Kai Havertz, which I am. He was really, really good. I think he's had a tough year. Obviously, like, coming into a new country, young player, getting COVID, kind of playing all over the place in loads of different positions. So I think he's had a hard time, like, kind of trying to settle into the team. But I think he really, really showed his quality yesterday. Like you were saying, Jem, he's very nonchalant, not nonchalant, but he's very calm when he's on the ball. He looks very poised, and I think some people might take that as laziness or kind of not caring, but I just think that he is just very, very comfortable on the ball. Just the way he doesn't really run. He like glides on the pitch. It's very nice to watch. It's quite like,
it's beautiful.
And I was just very impressed by like the quality that I saw. Kind of like the little turns he was making, like in the half spaces. Like he was really, really great. And like you were saying about the finishing, like some people, like, you know, they get to in front of the net, and I think I get it. Like when you're in front of the keeper, you're gonna try and hit the roof of the net. You're gonna try and smash it in, and I think that's the only thing that I'm sometimes with Havertz. I feel like maybe he does need to shoot with a little bit more power or to like pick a side of the keeper, because I think, you know, he had loads of chances where he got into really good positions and then, you know, he didn't really shoot with enough power. He didn't really give it enough for it to go in. But that's something to work on. I think I was really impressed by him. I think he had a really great game. I was quite like, I think people didn't even realize as well, like how good his aerial ability is and how good his strength is as well. Because he looks very small and very slender, but he can actually get in and get quite dirty. Like he can contribute with like the defensive work and the tackles, and his aerial ability is pretty good, given that, I mean, he's bloody massive as well. But yeah, like really, really good game from him. I think he did well.
Yeah, I agree. I do agree on that. People, let's try and get to 60 likes, please. Please smash that like button. Please subscribe if you're new to GNA TV as well. Yeah, he was top quality. Lambs, Havertz, is there much you want to say about him? I think.
I mean, Joyce pretty much kind of covered it. So so I'll just kind of keep it short and sweet. And literally to echo what you said, Gemma, the guy doesn't. He's proven himself now. He does deserve more playing time. And I think the fact that he hasn't had many starts in Champions League games, that's probably why he's panicked a little bit, like in front of goal, you know, big moment. That's probably why those shots, they weren't as clinical as we've known him to be in the past when he does get the opportunity in front of goal. Like that, the shot that hit the crossbar, which Timo Werner later scored, I think he was just a little bit too enthusiastic with that chip. Like you said, if there was a little bit less power, that probably might have dinked in and been a beautiful, wonderful goal. But again, just give this guy more playing time. He deserves to start. And, you know, talking of Kai is here. We just love all the Kais. The Kais are making us happy now.
Before we move on, some breaking news. The Champions League final between Man City and Chelsea, they're looking at alternatively doing it in England. So they're looking to do it at Villa Park.
That would be nice.
They're actually having chats about it at the moment.
Villa Park.
Villa Park, yeah. If that happens, I am going down there. I am getting a blooming ticket. I actually hope it happens here.
Yeah, because I think if it happens in Istanbul. I don't think many fans will be allowed to go, because obviously Turkey are struggling, like Istanbul are struggling with their COVID ratings at the minute. So I think if you have it in England, more fans will be allowed to go, seeing as we've got COVID under control. We're the highest. We're the country that's got the most vaccines given to people,
exactly.
and Chelsea fans and Man City fans will both be able to go, and there won't just be like a couple of hundred. There'll be thousands of fans that will be allowed to go and actually appreciate this absolute baller of a final that's going to be fabulous. And it's all about the fans. It's not about having the fans back in a final is absolutely going to make a difference. And we need the fans back in the final. I think it will help us. And, you know, I think if it is in Istanbul, I don't think many fans will be able to go due to COVID restrictions.
Yeah, and you couldn't have said it any better. I hope it does come over to England. I swear it will be so
because apparently a rumour is supposed to go into Wembley. It's either Wembley or Villa Park.
Not Wembley because of the Championship.
Do you know what will happen?
At least England.
It will all depend on because it's in Turkey at the moment. It's really bad. They're having 50,000 new cases a day of people with COVID.
Yeah.
So I would understand why they would want it moved because of it going. And obviously, the fans want to travel. It's a final. Why not hold it in another country where fans can go to? They were meant to fill out Atatürk Stadium by 75,000 people, which is half of the. I think it's like 3/4 of the stadium's capacity. It's a big stadium there as well, and they can't do that now. They're now talking about 4,000 tickets for Man City and 4,000 tickets for Chelsea fans. What kind of fucking shit's that? Just let it come over here and release some more tickets. But Kai's with us as well. Kai, welcome to the Blue Army Party. What would you like to say, my man?
Hey, there's a lot of things, man. I think I'm starting to like Mount, man.
Come on.
But you know, I'm actually like the one issue I had with Mount late. It was his decision making and his passing, and that pass when we played Fulham, it kind of convinced me. And then yesterday against Real Madrid, he was just outstanding, man. He was pressing, He was there every time they had the ball. He was just convincing, you know. And to me, I'm not. If you know me, you know I'm not like. I don't have that subjective kind of like opinions of players unless it's Kovacic, because you know how much I love Kovacic, man. But yeah, man, he was really good. Even Werner was good. Pulisic was amazing when he came on. Shout out to Charlotte who wants him gone, but it is what it is. But yeah, it's a good. It was a really fun game to watch. Even as a neutral, it was really fun, man.
It was. It
But
was.
I don't nothing to complain about.
Did it surprise you how well we performed, Kai, or did you expect us to perform the way we did yesterday?
Remember when we were linked with Tuchel, and I told you on the football terrace the potential this guy has and how underrated he is. And I knew he's going to turn this team into something, into a monster, man. And he said when he first came in, he said, we're gonna create a team that other teams are not gonna want to play against. And everything he said so far, he delivered on his promise. So you can't really. The guy is just amazing, man. What he's doing for Chelsea, and imagine if he actually got his team, he got like his own preseason, a few players that he wants. I think we can challenge City next season.
Yeah, exactly that. Velv, the Liverpool fan, what would you like to say, bro? If he's there.
He's crying.
Oh, so my mic was on mute.
Yeah, wait. Hold on. Before you start. By my maths, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah,
9.
9
What's
people.
Velvet trying to say that? Yeah, why Vel's a share that? Why are you here, Vels?
Exactly. Why is a Liverpool fan here?
I just need to sort some things out with Gem, innit? So
yeah, go on.
But
Vel,
first
what
I'll
would you like to
say,
say, bro? Go on.
yeah, I'll firstly say congratulations to Chelsea.
Yeah.
They deserve it.
You don't mean that. Velvet.
No, I actually do. They actually outplayed Real Madrid, and Timo Werner finally gets a goal. Right. It's not long enough to get a goal.
He actually has 2 goals in 3 games, man. You know, and yeah.
Yeah, it's good from Werner. Mason Mount.
Werner's absolute baller. What are you talking about, Vel?
Nah, Bola is
a
bit too far, man.
But when you need those moments from players coming clutch, Werner was there to take it. He took his chance well, and you got through. Because if he hadn't taken those chances, all you man will be cussing him like you did in the last leg where he missed that easy chance. So it's good that Werner scored. Mason Mount, Banter aside, he's your player of the season. He's been amazing for you.
And also, just quickly, Vel, N'Golo Kante's better than Steven Gerrard, yeah? That's what you want to say.
No, I don't want to debate it now, but I would like to say Fabinho is better than Kante.
I'll get out.
Oh, no.
Yawn.
You're going. Vel, thank you for coming on, mate. You can have this debate with us on another stream, yeah? We'll talk about this on another stream. All right, cool. See you in a bit.
Take care, you know.
CJ, that's why I don't have rivals on my channel when we do the Chelsea shows.
No salt today. Today is the Blue
man.
Army party. I'm not having any rivals come on here and start trying to dig out and moan about our performances. Man like Monster's in the street back now as well. Monster is in. Oscar.
What are you telling me? Hey, I'm so gassed, man. I'm loving the energy of this stream. Everyone's buzzing. I didn't sleep properly last night. I can't lie. I'm still gassed. I'm still gassed. Just to the other guy that was just on that was talking about Fabinho and Kante. Please, like, I know Fabinho is great in that, but N'Golo Kante, what we're seeing is one of the best midfielders in world football. Literally, he was outstanding yesterday, and he was outstanding in the first leg. And he showed that this Real Madrid team, as great as they are, Modric, Casemiro, Cruz, these are world-class midfielders. He put on a better performance than them over 2 legs. Like, man. He's quality, man. He's quality. So I don't want to hear no Kante slander at all, bro. We owe it to him and Thiago Silva. Those are the 2 like bona fide world-class players in our team. We owe it to them to go and win that Champions League final because they're decorated professionals and they deserve to have that trophy on their list. And what a perfect moment it is for Chelsea as a team because honestly, we've got Havertz, Pulisic, Mount, all of these young players, Christensen, who are on their way to being those kind of world-class level players. And if we win the Champions League with a squad this young, like imagine what the next 3, 4, 5 years are going to be if all those players stay with us and continue to progress. Like we're going to have a super team, man. We really are. I'm so happy, man.
Yeah, tell me about it. Massive, massive win. And yeah, man, look, honestly, it could be in Turkey. It could be at Villa Park. It could be in Wembley. It's not been confirmed yet. I hope it is in the UK, though. I really do. I really, really do.
No, Jem, UEFA have confirmed it's in Turkey.
I know, but
yeah, they confirmed
about
it
an
this morning.
I've seen a link about them saying.
They
have confirmed it.
They're not
do you know why I think it might? Because in Turkey they've got 50,000 new cases at the moment. That's a lot of fucking people. You can't have fans travelling out there. They're not going to want our fans going out there and coming back.
They're reviewing it. They're reviewing it on May 17th will be the day that Turkey reviews their COVID laws and restrictions and budges them down. But I mean, Turkey ain't going to want to miss out on this tourism and what it's going to do for them and bringing money in and that. However much of a danger, however much of the COVID is going up, they don't actually care. And Lewis is right. UEFA don't actually give a crap.
If it is in Turkey, I can get cheap tickets from there because my missus is a Turkish citizen. So
that's not the issue. The issue is getting the tickets to the match itself. That's going to be a problem.
Yeah, but that's going to be 4,000 tickets per team. That ain't enough.
UEFA is a cheapskate. We all know UEFA.
It's not good enough. It's not good enough. But Monster, come on, bro. What you saying? Pray for the rivals is what you said at the beginning of Chelsea's season. Obviously,
wait. Monster calling out Timo Werner last week. I'm not having it though.
What do you mean? I'll criticize any player if they're not performing well. I don't care who they are, bro. This criticism of Werner stands. Yes, he scored yesterday, but the criticism still stands. What do you mean, bro?
It's a bit reactionary last week, man. Come on.
It's not reactionary because listen, I'm not running no agendas here or anything. Werner did well last night as amongst every other player, but
they all played well, though, Monster. It's not even I mean, N'Golo Kante was on another planet for me yesterday. He was just everywhere. But
people like I don't run agendas on any players. I don't do that. I don't run no agendas. If someone's not doing good enough, I'm going to criticize him. Has Werner done good enough this season overall? No.
He's not.
6 goals. Is it 6 goals he's on, or is it 7 goals? No matter, it doesn't matter what he's on. 6 or 7 goals in the Premier League this season as our number one choice striker. It's poor. I'm sorry, it's still poor. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "Oh yeah, he's done well. He did well yesterday. Fair enough. But he's not gonna escape the criticism that everyone else does. When Mount was balling out, everyone was still going at him, still criticizing him. Tammy Abraham's got the same amount of goals as Timo Werner, the same amount, and has played half the minutes. Like, come on, bro. Like,
Monster, it's the Blue Army party today. Let's try and be positive. It was.
I am. I didn't
Timo Werner's overtaken it.
I didn't even come on here to criticize Werner. I came on here to celebrate. It was Fatur that
come and celebrate, bro.
Brought it out. Not me, bro.
I need to say my piece after that.
Let's go. But
it was a great game. It was a great game.
Overall, it was a great game. Yeah.
Can I say something about our forwards yesterday as well?
I'm happy with the performance, man. Go on.
All of our forwards yesterday are like 20, 22, 21. Like, and Timo's 24, but they're so young and they performed so well yesterday in such a big game. That is just such a good thing to take from it as well. Like, the game was huge and all of them were absolutely outstanding. Like Mason Mount, is he 22 years old? Christian Pulisic came off the bench 22 years old, like 10 out of 10 when they were playing. It was just beautiful. The future is great, guys.
It was, and another guy that's got a massive agenda, who's obviously come on here to stick up for his player, Krusty Christensen. I'm going to say it, Lewis. He had a good game. They all had a good game. I'm not going to sit here and say they didn't. I'm the first to say it. I said it for Jorginho earlier as well. What was your thoughts on the game, bro? And how happy are you in the performance?
I wasn't even here to drop agenda. I was here to say Chelsea in the Champions League final.
Yeah.
I was still trying to process it. First player to last, everybody was excellent. I'm not here to just chat about AC. Mendy saved us in the first half. The defense, as usual, impenetrable. Azpilicueta at right wing back, stroke of genius. Like, Hazard didn't really offer much during the match, but Azpilicueta didn't give him a minute to breathe either. Vinicius was in Chilwell's back pocket for about 70 minutes, and Rodrigo went in and fat back into his pocket as well. Kante, brilliant performance. I've criticised his final pass for months, and his final pass was excellent today. Both goals came from Kante final balls into the box, and he was excellent. Like we speak about his play in the midfield third every day. We know how good he is at breaking up play, but his play in the final third is what stood out for me yesterday. Yeah. Jorginho, I got shook after the early yellow card, and then he proceeded to run the show without even getting another yellow or even getting the referee talking to him. So another brilliant performance from him as well. Front three, Mason Mount was always causing them problems. Timo Werner, like, I want to say the goal gives him confidence. I'm just glad to say he scored in the semi-final so people get off his back for a few weeks. Yeah. And Kai Havertz absolutely spinning Kroos, spinning Militao for 90 minutes. Everybody was excellent. First minute to last, another Tuchel masterclass. And, yo, we're in a fucking Champions League final. Imagine saying this in January.
Mate, I am buzzing. I don't know about you lot, but I am still. I didn't even sleep last night. I was up till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And even if you can hear that noise, I've got a pub with every blimmin' night as well. It's fucking annoying. But yeah, no, honestly, what a performance by the boys. Honestly, everyone, even Timo Werner, they were all 9s, 10s out of 10s. And we go into this Man City final now. And, you know, I'm going to say it here. It's Man City's to lose. It's Man City's to lose because at the end of the day, I think there's more pressure on them to go and win it than us. I know Charlotte was saying she thinks Tuchel's under pressure because he's been to 2 finals now. And if he loses this one as well, it's 2 against his name. But I just feel like the pressure's on Man City more than us at the moment. And I think we play better when we're actually the underdogs in many ways as well. So, yeah, man, I'm definitely excited about it. But Chris, what was you going to say, bro? You want to talk about Werner?
Right. There's 2 things I want to talk about. Werner and the Champions League. The Werner thing, we need to start backing this guy. Werner is one of the reasons we're in the Champions League final. The Atletico Madrid game and the semi-finals. He has sent us through again in the semi-finals. And the City game, he sent us through to the final again. Timo Werner does perform in the big games. Yes, I get the little games, he doesn't perform. But like the big games, he's been performing for us, and he will get better for next season. You'll be seeing it. And the people who've been slandering him, I get the criticism, but the slanderers, I'm coming for them. They will be coming for, like, what's the name? Kazi, Manny, and the others. They are getting it.
Kazi, call them out by name.
Yeah, they're getting it. They will be getting it. But and in the Champions League, I've been saying it since before Atletico Madrid for sure. Anyway, we are winning the Champions League final. We are destined to get there. It's ours. Like City won't come near us.
There you go. There's a lot of slander in the chat about Ads not being here. Ads just took a break. Yeah, stop coming out with some stupid bullshit in the chat, which is absolutely irrelevant. Yeah, he's all right as well.
Yeah,
he's not going to
leave the kid alone.
Won a blimmin' semi-final, is he? And want to sit with a load of Chelsea fans and talk about it. Do you know what I mean? They need to concentrate on his game
tonight, innit? That's why.
You know what I mean? Like he's doing his thing. How confident are you, Monster? How confident are you on this final, Chelsea being there? Do you think we can win it?
Yeah, I think we can win it. Man City are good. Do you know what? The 2 teams are very similar, innit? In terms of our defense is great, their defense is great. Their attack is struggling, our attack is struggling as well. So it's very, very similar. Listen, it's up to Chelsea, man. Only Chelsea can lose this, if you ask me. It's just down to, again, are we going to continue to miss these chances again? Do you know what I mean? That's the part that worries me because, come on, like, once again, we're doing this again. Another day goes by, another match goes by, and we keep saying we could have scored 4, 5. We've done this every game since Tuchel has come in. Every single game, we keep saying this, innit? And that's what worries me. Is our luck going to run out? And finally, the game where we can't seem to score is going to catch up to us. Do you know what I mean? And we're going to be ruining the chances we missed. You know, we did rue those chances in the first leg against Real, but we came in the second leg and dealt with them. But that's what worries me, man. That's what worries me, innit?
Sorry for our season, innit?
Can I add something about that?
Yeah,
go on.
You know, like you say, we missed chances. That's why I don't think we need to upgrade our midfield, really. We need to get a main goal scorer and maybe a right winger to help for our goal scoring opportunities. That's where we need to really hit our next transfer window at. That's what I'm saying about like that. We don't need to really upgrade our midfielders as much as people think. Our midfield is
I
actually
think we
really
need to
good.
add another midfielder.
I mean,
Yeah,
a
I do hear that. I do hear that.
Getting a CDM wouldn't be a bad shout, to be honest. And I
Definitely
think
bring one more.
yeah, I agree. And I think that we need to. Yeah, we need to get someone who's able to distribute the ball that we don't have right now. And not don't have, but it's not as good as it needs to be and as clinical as it needs to be. And I think striker-wise, we need to, like I keep saying, I want Harry Kane. I know I'm daydreaming, but I want Harry Kane. And do you know why? Because he gets the ball in the back of the net every time.
But Charlotte,
I just want someone that does. No, I just said I'm daydreaming, but I want someone like Harry Kane. I'm giving an example. However much Harry Kane in my dreams, I would love Harry Kane to come to Chelsea. I know that's not possible, but
that's my guy.
I have a quick question for like all of you guys. Do you guys think that this whole lone? Do you guys think that this whole lone striker thing is slowly dying out, and that we might be evolving more towards, you know, playing with like attacking midfield players, like goals from midfield, or like this whole false nine thing, you know, because once upon a time teams used to play with two strikers and that's pretty much dead and buried now. We don't really see it now. So is the game evolving to this point where actually maybe we might need to change our game plan? We don't really have that target striker anymore because we haven't really had anybody like that who's been clinical since Diego Costa. So we have evolved as a team and a squad. Is it maybe should we evolve in terms of looking for other striking options?
It depends though, Lambs, because if you look at most of the teams that are playing a false nine or something similar to that, a lot of them are struggling up front. I'm talking about all around Europe. You look at Man City, no number 9, they're playing a false 9, they're struggling up front. Chelsea, same thing. Barcelona,
it's only Benzema, that's a false 9.
But Real Madrid playing 9, Inter Milan playing 9, they're firing. Who else is there? Bayern Munich playing 9 in Lewandowski, they're firing. Man United, as much as we take the piss out of them with Cavani up front, they're thriving.
That's very true.
Like there's most of the teams that are thriving up front, they've got a number 9. While the teams that don't, who are playing a false 9 or are playing like 2 forwards or whatever, they seem to be struggling a bit.
I think there is a lot of truth to what Lambs is saying in terms of like the way football is going. But I think what it means is the number 9s that come forward now are going to have to do a lot more than just scoring goals. So you see that Harry Kane, like you mentioned Harry Kane. I think Charlie, you mentioned Harry Kane. What he's added to his game this season is his ability to pass, his ability to drop deep and get involved in the play. And if we sign a number 9, it's going to have to be somebody that can do all the extras, not just be a standard finisher in the box.
It's weird because Harry Kane is kind of playing a false 9 role, if you think about it. He is actually playing a false 9 role.
My thing with it is we sign a number 9. We're already sort of trying to adapt to playing a false 9, which I think Kai Havertz can do quite well. We get a number 9. What happens with the Havertz is, and you know, like for example, because for me, he's playing his best position in that role. You're then going to ask him to play a 10. Then what happens to Mason Mount? Do you know what I mean? Like, who gets in?
Two things. Number one, Tuchel. Like I don't know who was saying. Was it Matt Law or Liam Toomey? One of them was saying that Tuchel's looking to switch to a back 4 and play like a different variation of the 4-2-4. So in a 4-2-4, Havertz can play with a striker. Werner can play with a striker up there, innit? But then also, if listen, at the end of the day, if we get a striker, Havertz can be shifted behind that striker and play in like a 2-man role where he's kind of a number 10 or mixed with a number 9, innit? Like playing in between. So I don't think necessarily it's going to affect. And remember, Tuchel picks his players based on opponents as well.
Yeah,
so not every game is going to be like we're not like Man City, where Man City just have their set team and that's it.
He rotates.
Tuchel chooses based on what the opponents that he's playing against. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do hear that.
Do we really need to change the back 4 next season? Is it necessary?
Yes, it could be necessary.
We'll do eventually because we'll get found out. And every team, every team.
Did you guys talk about this? You know, like Thomas Tuchel before the game, how he trained the players, like. He basically made them work really hard with tennis balls and everything, like making them run with tennis balls in their hands. Did you guys hear about that? Or talk about it?
Yeah, like his different versions of training methods, like one where
Yeah.
he wants us to play. He wanted his team to play more centrally, so he cut out corners in the final third of the box, just to make us play a bit more set. Little things like that, but that's why I'm so excited with everything that he's doing, because look at the end result of it. We're in 2 finals already, and he's only been here for 4 months.
That's true.
Yeah, he literally said we won't outplay him. We're outrun him or something like that as well. Like we just won't outplay him that way.
The thing
Outwork
is, right,
him, yeah, I think.
He's coming like Lewis said, he's coming half a season, right? He's gonna get that contract extension, whatever it is, we don't know yet, right? He's gonna be given time to have a pre-season potentially. He's gonna be able to get rid of players that he don't think are good enough for the club. He's gonna be able to bring in players that he thinks that's good enough for the club. He's already doing this, right? Think of it like this: he's already doing what he's doing with a team that ain't really his team, if that makes sense. He's players. So once he starts bringing in his players, can you imagine what he can do in a full season? I'm not joking. I really think we're going to be title challengers from next season onwards. This is why I said the second and third season is important. When we signed all these players at the beginning of the season, and everyone was saying, not everyone, certain individuals were saying, "Oh, we can win the league." I just knew it was too far gone by. But if Tuchel was here at the beginning of the season and not Lampard, who knows?
Next season, it's all
in the league, though. Yeah. Sorry, Chris. Sorry, Lewis. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying next season, like, it's all to play for. Us versus Man City, it could go either way. Depends on Man City's signings as well, but I just see a 2-horse race.
Yeah.
It all depends on who's better for the season.
Yeah, and the other thing is where I think we will have to adapt different formations, because playing at the 3 eventually, it may get found out. You might have to rotate. Have we got the players to rotate in different formations? That's the question. Can Christensen play in a back 4? Can Rudiger play in a back 4? Can Jorginho play, I don't know, in a different role, in a sitting DM, for example? No, he can't.
We know who can play in the back 4 though.
Tuchel needs to prepare for this. Yeah, yeah, he can.
Zuma's on his way out.
Ben Chilwell can, but
Zuma's gone. Forget about
Yeah,
Zuma.
we don't know that yet.
No, we know he's gone.
Chris, we don't want to ruin your dreams, but he's gone, man.
No, if this season
like another one, you love to see.
Don't rule any player out, because in January, how many people were saying Rudiger's gone, Rudiger's finished as a player, or he's not gonna, he's gonna be sold by the club. Turned it around. Now he's definitely starting in the Champions League final. So you never know, man.
Tuchel definitely has some faith in Zuma, because he does start some games and he does play. He plays fine, like West Brom, but the rest of the games he's played fine. So it's not like he's completely lost faith. He's not completely shut out like Tammy is.
Yeah. No. Is Timo Werner good enough to get 20 goals still next season?
Well, look at it this way. He's our joint top goal scorer this season. He's our highest assist maker this season, and he's had a horrible season. So
how many
if
goals
he has a
this
good season, not even a great season, if he has a good season,
he can get 20.
What would that look like?
He can get 20. He's got 12 this season. He can get 20, definitely. That's not too much to ask for.
But we need 20 in the league, though, innit?
We need 20 in
the league.
It's peak. Yeah. 15,
I mean,
15,
if we're not having a striker,
it doesn't become a problem if everyone else is contributing. If you look at Man City and how they've won the title, they haven't done it with an out-and-out striker. They've done it because players have contributed across the squad. If Vidic scored his fair share, if Havertz scored his fair share, if Mason Mount, you know what I mean?
There's times where your striker, you just need that moment of brilliance from a striker. Like, I remember so many times Didier Drogba or Diego Costa bailed us out in it. Like who remembers, like the FA Cup final we lost to Arsenal, where we went down to 10 men. Where you saw from a corner Diego Costa chested the ball down and just blasted it into the back of the net. And even though we lost that game, it's just moments like that. We need that from our strikers at times, and we don't have that, unfortunately, innit? You do need that at times. You saw Benzema doing it. Just give him just an inch of space, and he'll create something out of nothing. We do need that from our striker at times, but we're not getting it right now.
Yeah, no, I hear that, bro. I do hear that. But yeah, man, honestly,
you guys
go on,
take
Lewis.
care.
I'll talk to you in a bit, bro. See you later.
See you later. Hey guys, big up.
Big up to you, man. Big up to you. Quickly on other things. We've got an FA Cup final, Leicester. If you had, do you think Chelsea could do the double? Or do you think we'll win one or either? Or?
Before speaking about the cup final, we've been given the tickets already sell, by the way, in the Chelsea website. But yeah, it's only for the season ticket holders, unfortunately.
What's that? Say that again, Father. I didn't hear that. Say it again.
The tickets already on sale from tomorrow.
Okay.
What, the final?
Yeah.
Yeah, for season ticket holders and members. Yeah.
No, even members, just the season ticket holders, because I'm a member.
No, members are going ahead. It's members for the FA Cup. It's season ticket holders for the Istanbul game.
We worry about
no. Season ticket holders only for the.
No, it's members as well. Members as well. They're doing season ticket.
What?
It must be really high. It must be really high. High tier.
Yeah, you have to have like over 12,000.
That's the UK away scheme.
There we go.
You have to have like
it's basically season ticket holders, like members that have them. That
you have to have like one. You have to have over. It's ridiculous, stupid amount.
It's peak.
I hear that. Sam,
I'm looking at some tickets right now, and it's peak. It's peak.
Is it?
Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
Sam Jovi's saying we worry so much about switching to a back four because we think it will make us more attacking. If we finish 50% of our chances we create, we wouldn't be worrying about a trendy, sexy back four.
I think my main worry is that Christensen can't play in a back four, or he's not as strong in a back four. He's not as strong as a back four. In a back three, he's mollycoddled by the two in between. He's like in the middle. And you know, it's a bit of a problem, you know. I don't know if a back four is, maybe we need to work on maybe getting someone else to back Christensen up in case he is incapable of obviously playing in a back four. We know back four is not his strongest point, so
I honestly don't even know, because like Tuchel has been so good in like making them solid that there was times last year we played a back three or back five or whatever you want to call it, and we didn't look this solid. We didn't look this good. Like Rudiger and Christensen still look shaky in that formation. So maybe if we switch to a back four under Tuchel, he knows how to get the best out of these defenders.
Yeah, but I like I'm sorry, Lewis. If you're telling me that Christensen succeeds in a back four, the AC Hive needs to be dismembered. If you're telling me that, you know, he can't. It's not his strong point. His strong point is being in a back three, and it seems to work very well.
Just take it. He's not good enough.
Like, Lewis, just deal with it, man. Just deal with it. You'll live.
Yeah. You know what I see though for next season? I think Tuchel might switch from a couple of formations, what type of games he plays. Like, he can go back to a back three in certain games, I feel, to win games. So I think there will be like a chance for everybody to play anyway, because Tuchel likes this rotation. We know this.
I'm surprised Monster fancy David Moyes style of play.
What? Wait, where did that come from? Where did that come from, bro?
Classic banger.
Wait, why am I getting it? Why is he coming at me for? What did I do?
Listen, you can go after Monster later when he streams. I think what time are you streaming later, Monster? 4 or 5 o'clock.
4:30. But why is he coming at me though? What did I do?
Just so I know this, so I can watch Monster stream to see Monster and Classic about it. Like,
AC's won us a European Cup and got us top 4 in a back 4. Here he goes.
Hold on. If we're talking about the European Cup and the Europa League, if we're talking about that, I don't actually think it was AC that won us it. I'm pretty sure Giroud played a part. I'm pretty sure Eden Hazard played a part. Now, if you'd like me to keep naming names that aren't Christensen, carry on, please. I will name them. I will even put Jorginho. Jorginho above Christensen right now for that Europa Cup win. So yeah, don't come
early, mate. You definitely left too early. That would have been interesting.
I'm pretty sure Christensen won a Prem as well, didn't he? Am I wrong in
saying? Not playing.
Yes, he did.
He did.
Yeah,
play.
Yeah,
He did play. No, he did play a couple of games under contract.
Oh,
Not a lot.
congratulations! He played a couple of games out of like.
No, I'm just
Yeah, a couple of games. Cool story. Round of applause. Let me get you a chocolate coin medal. You know, ain't got time for that.
She's on it, bro. Hazard is finished. Is he finished, Monster? Is Hazard finished as a footballer? From what you think?
Yes. Hazard. I kept telling people this months ago. Hazard's done. Like you, I don't do. Listen, with me personally, I don't do fairy tales. I don't do fairy tales.
No.
I don't do comeback stories and blah blah blah. The Hazard you all are in love with for some reason, he's gone. Like he's at Real Madrid now. He's not the same player. He hasn't been the same player for how long? About 2 years now. His
1.5 years.
His body's caught up with him. He's him not necessarily working as hard or working on his body. Do you know what I mean? Keeping himself in shape and things like that. That catches up with you. You saw that happen with Wayne Rooney as well. You saw that happen with him. Do you get what I mean? If you're not taking care of yourself, once you start to hit that 30 mark, that shit comes back and haunts you, innit? And unfortunately, that's what's happening with Hazard, plus obviously the injuries and things like that. And obviously, people would say their training resume and all that stuff. You could say that as well. But as you saw, he's not the same player, and he hasn't been the same player for 2 years now. So if he comes to Chelsea, I think he will do us a service. I know that sounds harsh, but it will.
Yeah, Real Madrid literally is ruining him for the last 2 years.
You disagree, Oscar?
Injuries.
Yeah, as in, I don't want him to come to Chelsea. I agree with that. Like, he shouldn't come back to Chelsea. But I don't think he's completely finished. He's only 30 years old. Like, he still has 2 or 3 years to get back to a good level. Maybe not the level he was at Chelsea, but a good level. And I think at the Euros this summer, if he's fit, we'll see a good version of Eden Hazard, and he'll light up some big games in there. I don't think he's dusty.
What if his body don't come back to? Because it's not about his ability. It's about his body, bro.
If he gets one more injury, his career is done. Like, if he gets one more serious injury, his career is actually done. Like, and the fact that you're like, I can get 2-3 years, he can't. The likelihood he's going to get maximum at Real Madrid. He's not. Let's be realistic. Real Madrid's fit, like, they're bringing him back at like 95%, where he's not 100% fit. They are bringing him back sooner than he needs to be. So yeah, he probably is going to get that career-ending injury sooner than it should be. Yes, you're right. It should be 2 to 3 years. However, Real Madrid are incompetent of waiting for a player to be 100%, especially with Eden Hazard, and this is why the injuries come back.
Yeah.
Well,
can I say something about Eden Hazard and Real Madrid? Do you see what like the TV Madrid would like saying about Eden Hazard and what they are gunning for the guy because he laughed with a couple of Chelsea players and they took offense to it. It happens.
Yeah, but that's what makes Real Madrid are a massive, gigantic club. Like, it's not
they
a
don't
joke.
like that. Yeah,
you can't do that at Real Madrid. Like, I understand when I saw that. And I saw how they were getting pissed off and things like that. I understood. This is not no Mickey Mouse club. Real Madrid is not a joke of a club. That's a big boy club. And those kind of things there, you can't do that. They're not going to have it. You know, their mentality is crazy. Do you know what I mean? They don't play.
Which one we talk about? The one that Eden Hazard shake Zuma.
Yeah, he went over when
when he was laughing around.
He was catching up with the mandem. Like, I think one of their guys come over and like walk him off in the end because they were like, "What are you doing?"
Rubbish Spanish media and all that, man.
But that happens here. Like, people do that here. I remember we drew against Man United, and Chilwell was like laughing with Harry Maguire, and everyone was
or when we lost to Arsenal, and people were going mad about Chilwell and them laughing with Saka and all that.
Yeah.
Remember Ferdinand was saying they shouldn't be doing that.
But like, they're friends. Like, they know each other. They've just played football for 90 minutes. I don't think it makes a difference on how they.
No, I hear that, but a Champions League semi-final though, ooh, that's a bit of a mad one, you know.
I agree with Monster, but like, they could have waited. Like, I understand that like Eden Hazard was a big part of Chelsea. I accept that completely, but there is kind of loyalties and maybe not even loyalties, respect for the club you're playing at. You could have done it back when you got back in to the tunnel. It does. I'm not saying you couldn't have been like shaking hands like everybody does when you finish, but you don't have to rub it in these Real Madrid, because these Real Madrid fans would have seen that and that would have hurt them, because their man who's supposed to come in and replace Ronaldo hasn't actually lived up to the expectation, and he's now cheering, laughing, and acting like they haven't just lost the semi-league final.
Honest with you, Charlotte, I've never seen. I don't think I've ever seen a player smiling and laughing around after losing.
But that's the whole point.
Semi-final of the Champions League. I've never seen that.
I've seen tears.
Yeah, we've seen tears at that stage.
The fact that he had such a stinker. And it being a semi-final, yeah, let's be serious. He wasn't good yesterday, and maybe they rushed him back, and they shouldn't have.
Do you reckon that he's playing out of position though?
No,
left wing.
But he wasn't in the game.
He looked heavy on the ball. Every time he got the ball,
I wouldn't say. Let's not say that he had a stinker.
No, but he did from their
perspective. Right, he didn't. We just isolated him out of the game. That's it.
Yeah, but he didn't have enough ball. He wasn't really making them runs or coming to feet.
Yeah, because Aspie was literally on him the whole game. Every time he got the ball, Aspie was right there.
It's not like he had a chance and he missed it, or he got the ball and tried to pass it and he mishit passes. He just wasn't in the game, literally. Yeah. And that was
he looked like he wanted us to
actually down to their tactics, because we had our back five compact with Kante and Jorginho in front of them. So that number 10 space, there was none of it. It was only space for Modric and Kroos.
Yeah. They should have. You know what it is? I don't think that. I think they should have. I think he's been rushed back. I don't think he's necessarily ready. I think he's rushed back, and these are things that are going to ruin your career. Like rushing players back will take some years off their career. Do you know what I mean? And I'm glad Tuchel. One thing I'm glad Tuchel did was when he came in, Kante. Remember, we didn't see Kante for a few games. Like he was just left out completely, innit? I'm glad he did that, because we overplayed Kante under Lampard and under Sarri. That they overplayed him. They played him when Sarri played him in that final when he was injured. He should have. There was a certain point where you've won the game, take him off. But instead, he played him the full 90, and it affected him for like another year, innit? So I'm glad we've worked well in keeping these players fit.
Yeah, I hear that. I was just about to finish, and Dan's popped in. He's obviously still in party mode. Dan, welcome to the Blue Army party, bro. How you feeling today?
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah.
Let's go. Hey, I've been in
Welcome to the Blue Party, Daniel.
Literally, I missed the whole party, but don't worry, I showed up for the after party, innit? So all good. But now, man, hey, everyone's probably said everything, but hey, it's like 10 out of 10 for everyone, man. I don't even care. Everyone gets a 10 out of 10. Everyone was quality. Everyone was great. I'm buzzing, over the moon. And now all we need to do is get the job done, man. May 29th, get the full job done, man. Look, man, we need to get the job done, man. Like, we're there now, so we can't even say, like, I don't even want, obviously, yeah, fair enough. You can say we shouldn't even be here. We're a lot of steps ahead of the process, but just hearing Tuchel speak, he was like, you can never be ahead of the plan. And I agree, man. You can never be ahead of the plan. We're here now, so do it now. Like, so I want it, man. We got to win it, man. This is big to win our second.
To be honest, it's that big. I'm actually thinking about going out. I'll probably like I said, I probably won't be able to get to Turkey because that would have been what I'd want to do. But I'd probably just go up to London, probably up to the bridge in the pub for a couple of drinks. I'm sure we can all link up at that point as well. So,
if you do go abroad, I found out you have to pay for a test to go abroad as well. Like I think it's £70.
I mean, there's loads, honestly. Like, I would prefer to move somewhere again, but like Monster said, it's going to be hard for the UEFA to move the finals there.
I wish they moved it here.
They've already made their intent, like stated their intent. They're not moving the final. They're keeping it where it is. They've said that. I think they said that yesterday and today, didn't they? So
that's all Villa Park.
Guys, we're not really surprised. I mean, there was no COVID in the Europa League final, but they still kept that in Baku, despite how inconvenient it was. So
the thing is,
because the Baku thing, that was just inconvenient for Chelsea fans and Arsenal fans. But if they stand to make more money in a different venue, wouldn't they move it?
Maybe, but they've already
Turkey one, doesn't it?
It's less
stated many times.
What about Principality Stadium in Cardiff, though? I mean, 70.
No, it's less so. I think it's less so about the money, but just the relationship with the stadium, because it's like picking a a team to host the World, obviously lesser scale, but picking a team to host the World Cup and then saying, it's inconvenient for everyone, so we're going to change it. Like,
but this ain't about inconvenience though. It's about COVID and the fact that it's not safe. Like, it's safety.
Yeah,
so,
that's what I'm saying as well. But it's what it is. We've done 2 hours, guys. Please smash that like button. I hope you have enjoyed this stream today. And the next big stream that we have, I hope we we at least won that trophy, the UEFA Champions League, FA Cup as well. I think Father's just put saying in our little group that says that they're releasing 6,000 odd tickets to members as well. I'll look at this before we go. Johnny's jumped in as well. Johnny,
money.
Welcome to the Blue Army party, bro. What is it you'd like to say before I finish? Go on, tell us.
What's happening? What is happening?
Tell us.
Money.
Tell us about the performance.
Yeah,
Money
man.
Mace.
Money Mace. Yeah, performance is expected. I was confident from the start that we were gonna go through to the final, and I think of all the teams that were left, we were the team to beat City. Real Madrid wouldn't beat City, and PSG wouldn't have beaten us. So I'm like, yeah, I'm ready. I think we'll do him. I think we're going to beat City.
Double? Are we doing the double? Johnny? What's happening?
Do you know what? I'll take the Champions League personally, like for the FA Cup. Like, let's have it right. But
do you think we'll lose against Man City on the weekend? Like, do you think there's a good opportunity that might happen?
I think even if we win or lose, it's not going to bear any kind of hindrance on the final, because for me the final is whoever turns up. Form goes out the window.
Yeah, it does.
So it's a one-off game. But I think Tuchel's got enough ammunition and armor in his locker to sort of basically disembody Pep. Because Pep
Come on,
will
Indiana. Come on.
Pep will overthink it. He'll overthink this final because he got done in the semis. If we draw against them at the weekend or even beat them, he's going to be very worried in that final, and the players will feel his worry. And that's what you want.
Yeah.
Exactly that. And it's
going to be a different game on the weekend anyway. Yeah.
Who would have thought, right, that after Lampard left, that we'll be in a final of an FA Cup, final of the Champions League. We're in the top four as well. We're not comfortably in the top four, but we're nearly there. Let's put it that way. It could be a massive end of the season for Chelsea Football Club, and it's
if Tuchel wins the FA Cup and Champions League and secures top four, that's our best ever season. It is.
He's Mourinho level, isn't he?
I think Mourinho's first season.
He's got that Mourinho vibe.
Mourinho's first season was what? Hold on. Mourinho's first season was a League Cup and a Premier League, which is great. But the FA Cup is bigger than the League Cup. The Champions League, to me personally, is bigger than the Premier League. If you ask me, it's the pinnacle of club football. So,
Indiana, where's Lingard now, bro? Where's Lingard, man?
Where's
Foden? Forget it. Where's Foden, bruv? Foden ain't got minerals like Mount. Let's have it right. He'll never have these
find
minerals.
out though, Johnny, in the final.
Yeah. I'll say it with chest. I'll say it with Johnny Chest, man. Trust me. Mount is going to show everyone. He's going to show everyone.
Mason Mount is telling Phil Foden to come outside this time.
Come outside.
You know what,
listen,
Mason Mount?
Foden bottled it in the second leg, yeah? Money Mace didn't. Let's have it right.
Yes, exactly.
Against
Mason
Real
Mount.
Madrid, who are, in my opinion, are better than PSG. They are better than PSG. They got PSG are like they got no backbone. Real Madrid have got backbone. They got Modric, Casemiro. They got Kroos. They got Benzema. They got Sergio Ramos. And I tell you what, it doesn't matter. They're still world class players. They're world class. They're not just top talent. They won the Champions League 3 on the bounce. You got to show them respect. All right. And Mount and Kante broke them, destroyed them. They had sleepless nights. And definitely last night they weren't sleeping.
Different. Oh, here he is.
Not Tony Kroos. Tony Kroos playing sleeping.
No, I'm going to finish off anyway soon. I just want to see Indiana ask Johnny what's happening. Come on, Indiana. What are you going to say?
I'm not giving him airtime for this nonsense. Monopoly money mount and all that.
Monopoly money.
Here's my question. I got a genuine question. Because we've been talking about this in Twitter Spaces. So everyone's saying the Champions League, right, is the pinnacle of trophies. Like that's the big club trophy.
Yeah.
But my thing is like knockout football. So I've always wanted a league structure for the Champions League, right? Just to make it even, because you can go on an easy run or hard run. And I think we all know if Chelsea were swap places with Man United with Frank Lampard in charge, there's a good chance you're not getting out of the group. So does it make Champions League the big trophy, or does it make the Super Cup the big trophy? Because it's still knockout football, right?
Can I,
Wait, say that again. The Super Cup, did you say?
So the Super Cup. So here's the thing, right? If you've won a competition, regardless of who your opponents are, because that's how the Champions League works anyway, regardless of who you play in the Champions League, what your group stage is, you get to the top. Apparently, you're the best team in Europe.
In Europe, it's the same sort of process, but different.
Yeah, so it's the same process, right? It's knockout football. So are the real champions of Europe the Champions League winners or the Super Cup winners? Because by that logic of knockout football, it would be the Super Cup winners, no?
No, don't try it, bro. Don't try it.
I know what he's doing.
Because the Super Cup is an exhibition. Because the Super Cup is an exhibition. It's like the Community Shield. Like that's all it is. It's an exhibition.
He just wants to say his team.
Anyway.
No, we're not doing this.
Wait, Indiana, what are you even talking about? You
just said, right? You just said if Frank Lampard's in charge and you swap places with Man United, you don't make it out of that group. You agreed to that.
Yes,
so
make it out of
knockout football.
I think he gets second.
Make it out of United's group.
Yeah, if you swap places with Man United.
Oh, right.
And when Frank was in charge, right? So back when Frank was in charge,
we would have got second, bro. We would have got second.
Can you tell me, is Sevilla are they worse than Leipzig?
One sec, Chris. You have to remember, Indiana, that you didn't beat Istanbul Besiktas or whatever they're called, the team that got relegated in the Turkish league. Just to point that out, we would have beaten them home and away. Yeah, they got relegated, bro.
They got relegated.
That's speculation. You don't know.
And we would have beat them home and away.
You would have.
Under Lampard, Lampard basically got us out of the group as well, and our group wasn't that.
Lampard won the group. He walked the group.
Yeah.
Topped our group, man.
And it was Sevilla in there.
We walked the group.
I mean,
he beat Sevilla 4-0.
I'm asking the question.
It's not triggering, but bro, you have to remember that you guys should have got second easily, as in comfortably. There shouldn't have even been.
Should have gotten out of that group, you know.
Yeah,
it's
not. Yeah,
we're not talking about Man United. I'm talking about the Champions League and the Super Cup. If it's knockout football, it's luck of the draw who you get. Then surely the Super Cup is the big trophy. That's the Champions of Europe.
No,
you know that's not true, Indiana.
You know that.
Why?
It's not.
You know the big boy trophy is the Champions League.
Why?
Super Cup is an exhibition.
Can you tell?
Why?
Super Cup is wait. Hold on. The Super Cup.
You've got to get there.
Indiana.
No. The Super Cup.
In our position.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on.
That's the real final.
1 second. One at a time.
The Super Cup is basically the Community Shield. That's all it is. It's the Community Shield. It's not the big boy trophy.
Indiana, I got you, bro. Tell me
Indiana. Can you answer me something?
Chris, 1 second. Chris, 1 second.
Tell me the last 3 winners. Who were the last 3 winners of the Super Cup?
I don't even know. I don't even care.
That's my point. You don't care, but you can tell me the last 3 winners of the Champions League.
No, I'm just going on the logic of knockout football.
I think it was Bayern and Real Madrid.
Are you going to carry on this logic?
What's that?
Are you going to carry on this logic? Because this is the logic that I think you're just
I don't. Here's the thing. This is what I'm saying. I don't think the Champions League is a true test of the best team in Europe.
What?
I don't think it tells you who the
Oh,
best
you waffling.
You're waffling.
You come into trouble because we're in the Champions League final. I'm not having that, man. Get out of here! You're stinking up the place, man. We got the final against City, who are champions of England, and you're coming here saying it
Ronnie, let me ask Indiana this question. Indiana,
madness.
Would you rather win the Europa League and Super Cup or the Champions League? So, say on one side you got the Europa League and Super Cup, or you got the Champions League. Which one would you want to take?
Come on,
if the Champions League is a league structure, then I want the Champions League.
No,
Yeah.
I asked you a
Question.
simple question. Don't dance around
Moving
it.
goalposts.
Which one do you want?
It's a major European trophy, bro.
No. Let Indiana answer. Indiana, which
yeah.
one do you want?
Obviously, I want the Champions League.
Well, there you
But
go.
I want it to be a league structure so that everybody plays each other. So it's the true test of who the best team in Europe is.
No, but that's nonsense. I'll tell you why.
That's
I'll
not
tell you why.
nonsense.
Well, no. I'll
That's
tell you
not
why.
nonsense.
Wait. Who dictates who goes in that league? Because why are Spurs in it? So you're telling me that Spurs are...
No, he's not talking about the Super
I'm
League.
not talking about that.
He's talking about the Super Cup. So when the Europa League and the Champions League winner face each other for the Super
Basically,
Cup.
he's saying that the Champions League.
My point is, if it's luck of the draw who you play, right? If it's luck of the draw who you play, and you so for instance, like Chelsea didn't face a prime Bayern. Matt, do you know what I'm trying to say? I don't think.
Hold on. What about Real Madrid winning it 3 times in a row, bro? Like
what this season? I don't think so.
Hold on. What do you mean by Chelsea didn't? Wait. What do you mean by Chelsea didn't win?
You're missing the point. You're missing the point. My point is, I think in a league structure, Bayern Munich get ahead of PSG.
Forget
about Chelsea. Forget about
Indiana. One sec.
That's what I'm saying. So
Indiana, one sec. Indiana, one sec. I totally get what you're saying now. My point to that is 2 things. One, like it's just convenient that you're bringing this up when Chelsea are in the Champions League final.
He doesn't want Chelsea to win it, and he don't want City to win it.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying it's convenient. But 2, in actually like direct opposition to your point. Bro, at the end of the day, the Champions League gives everyone a fair shot. It's a 2-legged tie where you have 2 chances to rectify any mistakes you make in the first match where 2 teams go up against each other. And fam, there's always going to be negatives.
I'm out of here, man. I want to buzz. I don't
some players
man. See you later, man.
Come on, man. We faced Atletico. We faced Real Madrid. It's not like we had a Mickey Mouse run into the final.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. And this is not the reason why. This is not the reason why I bring it up. I bring it up because we're at the semi-finals. And Chris, we've been speaking about this a lot, right, in Twitter Spaces. This isn't something new I've come out with.
Yeah.
I want a league structure because I think you can have a couple of like. For me, the Bayern PSG game, that's a massive thing. Not having like Lewandowski in the first leg, especially when they're creating all those chances. Like that's maybe Man City.
Who's to say they'd have Lewandowski in the league format as well? He could still get injured.
But hold on, I want to say we already have
over a period of time. Over like
Indiana, I feel like the Champions League structure is fair because you have a league format in the beginning, then you have a knockout format. Everyone already has a league. Yeah. Everyone already has a league. The way they play in a league, innit? To change this Champions League format is perfect. We don't want another league.
I agree.
Want a knockout tournament.
I don't like it, man. I don't like it. I want
What would you specifically want then, Indiana? How would you lay it out?
I want a league structure up to the quarters.
No, that's dead.
Yeah, but we ain't got that yet. Anyways, that's not the point, is it?
League structure.
So Indiana, you just want one more. You want the round of 16 gone.
Yeah, but I want all those groups to play each other as well.
But ain't knockout football.
I don't like the idea of knockout football. I want to see the true European champions.
No, that's
no. Come on, man. The league is the true test of how good your side is.
But hold on, but the same thing you said up until a quarterfinal, but the same thing can still happen in a quarterfinal. It happened. The Lewandowski situation didn't it happen in a quarterfinal?
Yeah, but that's different, isn't it?
It's not. It's not. How's it different? It's still happened in a quarterfinal, right?
Yeah, but in the quarterfinals, so let's say I don't know, let's say Villarreal, they could have knocked out Man City. Could be a shitty penalty or something like that, but then that would in the lower stages of the Champions League, but then that would kill the quarterfinals and the semi-finals and finals for me because the better team is not in it.
But Man United was supposed to be the better team in your group, and you couldn't even get out.
How are we the better team in our group?
You were.
We're not a better side.
At least,
PSG.
Okay, at least you were the second best team in that group. You're a better side than you're a better side than Leipzig. Come on, man. Come on.
We didn't even have a striker at the time. Come on.
No, but
look,
I'm not denying that we shouldn't have got out the group because I'm pissed that we didn't. Right?
We should have got out of the group.
At the same time, I know that Man United are not good enough to win the Champions League. So
what's happening? Frozen. Is that froze?
What happened?
I don't know.
StreamYard.
Something froze then.
If someone's StreamYard, it might be Gems.
Having trouble.
Yeah, I'm still here though. I think it's Gems.
Am I here?
I think it's Gems. Yeah.
Yeah. What's happening? It's got all weird.
Yeah, Gems, I think your internet was bugging. Your internet was bugging.
Yeah, we're back there.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Anyway, let's finish off because it's a good chat, but we've been nearly 2.5 hours now. So my back's I've got work to do. I've still got things to get on with the day as well. But it's been a great show, people. Guys, thank you for all coming on as well. Please smash that like button. Please subscribe. We're 30 away from 1K, man. Please help us get to 1K. We're literally like there now. So please help us achieve that. Yeah. Big up Chelsea. Looking forward to the finals. We've got Man City over the weekend. The ladies show's back tomorrow with Lambs, so make sure you tune in with them tomorrow evening. And yeah, guys, thank you all for coming on. We'll see you again very soon. Peace.
Chelsea in the semis.